What? 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 Why can't you? 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 I did this. Why can't you?
I made it back in time, I think. I think the intro's still running. About 5 more seconds. Hi, everybody. It's us. We made it. We survived another weekend.
Only just.
Did
Only
we?
just.
Did
Still
we?
standing, baby. Give me a boom to wake myself up. Let's wake up. Mother. Yeah. I need it.
You're going to have to try that again, Mikey.
You took it up. It was still up when I left. I'm doing it all over again. All right. All right, everybody back to 1. And speed, camera. Hey, we made it. We survived the weekend. Air horns. And then I need a boom, another boom to wake me up. Just the sound of exploding U-Hauls in the morning makes me alive. Hello, everybody, and welcome. We have a very special guest. The mighty Daily Blase Darren has joined us. Hi.
Hello, guys. How you doing?
Doing good.
If my chest sounds a bit, I'm just getting over that really chesty cough. Oh, God, it's been hanging here for the last 4 or 5 days, but I'm getting there.
You gotta switch to unfiltered cigarettes. Really tar it up so you can cough it up. You know,
Yeah,
gotta give it some. You gotta have some grit to push against. You know,
yeah, some roll-ups.
just something rough on the lungs, so the lungs can have something to stick, some starch.
Yeah, kill myself with menthol cigarettes or something.
Man, I used to smoke a lot, but my lungs have, I feel like they've mostly recovered since I started vaping. Like, it is night and day difference. So sorry, guys, I'm not going to stop. Thanks for asking. Who do we have in the chat today, Tim?
Hi, I'm Tim.
Tim is not paying attention to me today. Why are you so distracted today, Tim? What's going on?
I don't know.
Are you playing Street Fighter?
No.
That was not a very convincing no. He's like, let me just
Hold on.
quarter circle forward.
I'm trying to get the mix correct in my headphones. It's too loud. There we go. We got Billy.
Oh, shit. You caught me off guard. I thought you were going to tell me what. Never mind. All right. Ready? Billy.
And Chris C. And Russell Cannon. And Bella Covfefe.
I'm going to switch it up now.
Oh, girl, baby girl. Oh,
Ellie.
We're keeping our elbows up, bud.
Sorry, Ollie.
Greg.
Wait. Okay.
And Streamlabs.
Kicking bleep mother froggers.
yeah.
Suck on that stream yard lab. Which one? Lab.
I think Streamlabs is the Restream bot we use.
Yes. To tell everybody to watch the shows and stuff.
Like and subscribe, become a member, and you will get fun stuff like custom emotes and videos for members.
And L in the chat.
I don't like Elon Musk. I'm going to say it 50,000 times.
And we shot the D.
Sucking us dry and
Tim's favorite. Tim's favorite. Oh, I got that. Yeah.
I love Tesla.
I love Tesla.
Such a fucking moron. If he can have a cult, Tim, why can't we?
Man, he's really kicking it up a notch over the weekend. Boy, oh boy. The president said yesterday that some people want a dictator. Not me, other people.
I mean, I didn't say that. People are saying.
I want to know who.
Who said they want a dictator? Raise your hand in the chat if you want a dictator.
Yeah, sounds like he's just putting the idea out there, isn't it?
Yo, a lot of people say I'm handsome all the time.
Everyone is saying all the time.
I might be GQ Man of the Year.
People are saying this.
People are saying it. But that's his rambling ass old man. Mike, you got to give up on oxygen. The addiction never leaves you. Man, I've been trying to cut back, man. I just can't do it. Oh, this is how it starts. Yes. Yes. I don't know how to cult you, but yes, we have the will to cult. We don't have a cult, but we do have the drive to make it happen. Maybe we will.
Ella. That's
we
a
got
very
that.
good question, Ella.
Did you say dictator or dictator? Yes.
It's Trump, so both.
Is Putin in the room? Let's see. I don't want a dictatorship. Well said, Chrissy.
Well, here, I don't want to take the president out of context.
Yeah,
so
don't be misquoting him.
I don't want to misquote the president.
Fake news.
The Democrats better get smart, and politically, I hope they don't.
Pause already. Sorry, I know it's gonna be a long day, y'all. Who the hell he said is not smart? Us is not smart.
The Democrats. I mean,
brother,
he's not wrong.
Has he ever tried to read
is he hiding his hand
transcripts? What was that?
Is he hiding his hand there?
Yeah, he is.
Oh.
The dude has heart failure.
Ticky ticky.
For the country, I hope they do, because it will be good to work together. So I'm thinking
some makeup
about,
on it.
When I have some slob
That
like
worked
this
last
here
time.
criticizing us before we even go.
Ooh, he called your governor a slob, Mikey.
He has makeup on his hands and face. And he has 7 particles of hair that he wraps around his head like a turban. And I'm supposed to take this dickhead seriously.
I made the statement that next should be Chicago, because as you all know, Chicago is a killing
Spell
field.
Chicago.
And they don't
Spell
acknowledge it. And they say, we don't need him. Freedom, freedom. He's a dictator. He's a dictator. A lot of people are saying maybe we like a dictator. I don't like a dictator. I'm not a dictator. I'm a man with great common sense, and I'm a smart person. And when I see what's happening to our cities, and then you send in troops, instead of being
Wait, all right, hold on.
great common sense and dictator, I don't like a dictator.
I'm gonna try and get this in a clip.
Oh, I got you.
We'll get the record button ready.
I'm ready.
Freedom, freedom. He's a dictator. He's a dictator. A lot of people are saying maybe we like a dictator. I don't like a dictator. I'm not a dictator. I'm a man with great common sense, and I'm a smart person. And when I see what's happening to
How come you went bankrupt 6 times?
Yeah, right. Where's
How come you
that common
closed-
sense? when
How'd
it
you
comes to
close up?
fucking-
How'd you close up 2 or 3 casinos in like a year and a half? It's a bucket. It's a bucket where they walk in the door and they put their money in the bucket, and then you take the bucket and then you put it in your bank account, and you fuck that up twice in a year and a half.
You know when you mentioned,
He's very smart.
but you know when you mentioned that, how can I take him seriously? He's got a couple of strands of hair waving around his head.
Yeah.
You just reminded me of an old advert we had as a kid. There'll be maybe the odd one or two in chat, we might remember it. We called. They used to do adverts for Panama cigars where there was this guy. He used to play a character called Rabsy Nesbitt. And what he would do, he had this bald head with these about 4 or 5 strands of hair. And you see these people who comb it over in their desperate attempt to try and hide the bald patch, but they've only got about 5 strands of hair. and he walks into this photo booth to, a little bit like Tenacious D, greatest song in the world, Yeah, walk into this photo booth to get his photograph taken, and clearly the machine clearly hates him because he puts his money in, and he's there, put his strands over,
Place them
he placed
nicely.
them, all nicely, and they sat there waiting, waiting. Then he goes, looks down to see if it's working, and he goes, and he just get his. And another one where he sat there going, waiting, and falls off the seat, and then it goes flash, and then he sees his bald head, and then he sees, fuck this.
That is not his fault. There should be a countdown.
Yeah.
And then they do 2 flashes and then take the photo. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Get that red eye out.
Yeah. So in the end up, he lights up this Panama cigar and goes, Panama, the best of cigars or something. He sat there in his photo booth.
Yeah.
Sod it.
Yeah. He's got the clippers in the bag. I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew this was going to go one of 2 ways. Now I know.
Yes.
All right. I hate to say this, but let's hear more of the dumbass.
Yeah, go on then.
'Tis muted.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
They're trying to take over the republic. These people are sick. But I'm really saying, and I say this to all of you, in a certain way, we should wait to be asked because they have cities that are so under control, out of control.
Yeah,
so we go in and
asked.
fix it. They take the full credit for it, and they go out and say, I heard it this morning. They're saying how well they've done over the last 10-day period, that they set record lows. They don't say that we're there with very tough people, by the way. They have to pass the toughness test. Otherwise, they're not working for us.
What?
So,
wait, back up 10 seconds. Did he just jump lanes?
He did.
I think he just jumped the curb or the median, and he is going in oncoming traffic. He is not talking about the same thing he was just talking about.
They're saying how well they've done over the last 10-day period, that they set record lows. They don't say that we're there with very tough people, by the way. They have to pass the toughness test.
Yeah, he went into oncoming traffic with that one.
What the hell was that?
He stopped talking about cities that he's going to invade with the National Guard, and instead went into how well he's doing in DC. At least that's the best I can decipher it. Like he was talking about
They've done over the last 10-day period.
10 days is since DC has been invaded. So he's talking about
that they set record lows. They don't say that we're there with very tough people, by the way. They have to pass the toughness test. Otherwise, they're not working for us.
And the secret police he's got. They're
called the SS, Tim. They're called stormtroopers, Tim. They have a name. So, are we dead naming them by calling them stormtroopers? Because they got new faces on their Nazis.
Allowed to do that now, according to the United States Supreme Court decision. Now, they have to pass a toughness test. If they're not tough, we don't want them for this job. They might be great for other jobs, but not for this job because they're respected. You saw the gang of kids.
Oh, he's tacoing.
Huddled up.
Hold on. He's preemptive tacoing.
How is he preemptively tacoing?
Because he's talking about to be honest, I'm finding it hard to understand what the fuck he's talking about. The man is clearly insane.
He's talking about the people, the various law enforcement and non-law enforcement people in DC.
Right. And he said that they have to be tough, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I need them for other stuff. So I might have to pull him away because I need him for other stuff. Like that's a taco.
Yes.
Like he's like, as soon as he gets to Chicago, if they send him over here, we're going to talk about that in depth. As a Chicagoan, what do you expect to happen? But
Chicagoan,
not a Chicagoan. Chi-town. I'm a St. Louisan, honestly. It's just Where you are, I mean, I'm a river rat, you know, at the end of the day. These lake trouts up here are fine, but river rats are better.
Question from Chrissy. Do other presidents have members of their government/team standing behind them during press briefings? Sometimes.
No, they don't, because they're usually standing at a fucking lectern in the conference room.
That's true. If it's in a conference room, then yes, everyone is like standing behind and
He
waiting.
can't stand up for more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, the dude he's not well.
Oh my God. I got to find the clip of the ladies. Ankle McTaco tits. I think that's what she called them. I got the clip. Darren's going to love this. It's fucking brutal. Cankle McTaco tits is what she called them.
Wow.
It's so good. She just calls them kanks. She doesn't say Trumps anymore. So Kanks is really upset. I'm like, yo, Kanks is off the chain.
Fettuccine, linguine, martini, bikini.
Oh shit. She pet named him Kanks. That's what you do for fat babies.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, come here, Kanky. Little Kanks. She called him Kanks.
Look at them
Maybe he wouldn't even come. I think maybe he wouldn't even come.
Yes, you would come on your little cankles. Sorry, Tim. Sorry.
Oh dear.
They never even got over. Those kids ran back to their homes or wherever the hell they came from. They were gone. This is one of the safest cities.
They live outside.
In the world, as crazy as that sounds. And it took 7 days. It took really 3 days. But we're now in our 11th day.
Wait.
So I want to.
Wait. They said, look at what we did in 10 days, but we did it in 7 days. Could have been 3 days. We're on day 11. Like, what the fuck? We're on day 11.
He doesn't know where he is, what he's doing, how he got there.
He went from 10 to 7 to 3 to 11. It's like fucking Homer bartering.
Yeah, he has that who am I, where am I look, don't he?
Jeez. You know what, Tim? He's right. Let's take a look at some of these crime statistics. Uh-oh. Man, that line is not So if you can see, these are previous years, all these bar graphs, and they go from February to January. So it's a full year. And I mean, there's always a increase of violence in the summer. But if you look over here, this would be your numerator. These are the instances. So the higher it is up on the graph, the more instances there are. And if you notice, the red line, which is last year and this going into this year, is completely below all of the other years. Huh.
Yep.
I think he knows his base, though, don't they? They're not going to check out. They're just going to believe everything he says.
I mean, who needs this dumbass nerd chart that fucking disproves everything that he's ever said ever? Because, I mean, unfortunately for a lot of people, Chicago is doing much better. I know y'all want it to be Chirac. I know you want it to be like Chicago Stan. I know you want that to be true, but that's not true. There was a gang war, hence the violence. There was a gang war. Who, I don't know, destabilized all the gangs and made sure that there was young idiots in charge as opposed to the people who were at least somewhat responsible, because we didn't have those problems before.
Obama.
Hell yeah, Obama. No. I forget which official it was, but they had a genius idea to start up a special gang unit to take all of the gang leaders and put them in prison, which meant that the lieutenants were in charge. Then those guys got put in prison. So then the sergeants were in charge. And then you saw the bloodshed. Because when you let hyper militant 19-year-olds in charge of a gang operation, bad things happen. There should be an adult in the room. It shouldn't happen, but if it is going to happen, there should be an adult in the room. But But lo and behold, we reached out and people got to the young people, and things are relatively calm. I mean,
yeah.
it's right there. Proof's in the pudding. Giving kids summer jobs for $20, $25 an hour to just stand around with a clipboard or give people a tour of something. Huh? Who knew that worked so well? That if they had their own money in their pocket, they'd rather go make money than fucking hang out with their dudes. Like, hey man, I gotta work.
Yeah.
You just can't do the same old shit because you have adult responsibilities. It's weird. It's like you started treating young people like young adults, and then they started acting better. Whoa, crazy. Anyway, I don't know why anybody would want the troops in
Chicago's a mess. You have an incompetent mayor, grossly incompetent. And
Well.
Probably next. That'll be our next one after this. And
Mikey, who is LeVar Walker?
LeVar Walker is a Chicago comedian. He went viral for doing like a stand-up thing where he had like Kevin Hart in tears. This is him. He's a pharmacist, I think. This is him.
So,
God damn.
with popular opinion, and I know a lot of people might get upset with this take, but with me being from the South Side of Chicago and having elderly parents who still live in the community of the South Side, knowing people that live on the West Side, hard-working, everyday Black people that are not in the streets. However, they live in the areas because they can't afford to move either up north or to move out in an expensive suburb. They're being held hostage by YNs. That's what's happening right now. So yes, the city is excited. And I'm not talking about any transients that live on the north side, that live in a high rise on the north side. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about the guy in the suburbs. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about the people that are having a great time out there in Michigan, in Lake Michigan on the yachts. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about those everyday hardworking people who have been held hostage because there are not enough police in Chicago. You call the police, they don't come.
I mean, the numbers say otherwise.
This has been going on and on for years. I'm born and raised South Side of Chicago.
Yeah, it's been happening for years, and the numbers have been steadily going down, and you never changed your opinion. I bet you didn't even fucking look it up before you just started talking. You just started talking.
So take it, this guy's a bit of a MAGA lover then.
Let's listen on, shall we?
It's going to be what's called a flush. All
A
right?
flush,
And
Tim.
A flush.
All I would say, because I see a lot of people like, we don't need you here, Trump. We don't need this. Well, you don't. But the elderly community, the young kids who are being mowed down and shot by other children need them. So that's a slap in the face to all those bodies that you got out there. Only for a lot of you to virtue signal, which I don't understand. I don't understand.
Probably don't even know what it means.
We're virtue signaling. Do I have to Google it live on air for you, brother?
Standing for the life of me. So they need to come flush. If you a YN on old block, go out there with your gun and fight them.
Wow, did you just incite violence against federal officials in the military? LeVar. That might be illegal, LeVar. LeVar. It's just a little flush, but then you sponsored violence against the state. LeVar. It's almost like you want there to be a conflict where there currently isn't one. LeVar.
You do it to your own kind every day. I don't see the problem. You want
So let the Klan do it. I mean, y'all already doing it, so why can't the Klan do it? Why
a
not?
war? They gonna bring it to you, and then you show it's time. If you are
And that's the safest thing for the kids and the elderly is for there to be a war. He's so smart. I'm glad I found his channel.
thug, if you a YN in Chicago, show how tough you are. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time to release and free our people from our own people.
Well, there you go.
It's time. It's been long overdue. So flush it out. Let's kill off gang culture. Let's kill off street
Ooh, save that one, didn't he?
culture, because at the end of the day, as a black person, all right, you could be poor, right? We could all be poor. You get on hard times, but just because I'm black and poor and I live amongst other black and poor and brown people, that doesn't mean that I should just be harmed or you should take my life out of because the excuse is poverty and all that. No, that's not a good enough excuse. So I'm going to say, and this is unpopular, I don't care. If you don't like what I'm saying, unfollow me, unsubscribe, do what you want to do.
Oh, you want MAGA bucks. They're not going to pick you up, LeVar.
He's not the right skin color.
They're not going to pick you up, man.
I think you just stole my thunder there, because I was just going to ask, and the first time I've seen this guy, do you think he actually believes any of this nonsense? Or is it just a grift?
I don't know, because he also had some other thing, because he does live streams, and I remember watching his clip, and I was like, oh, that's that guy. He's really funny. All right, let me check him out. And he was going on and on about how Elvis was actually part black, so all of his stolen fucking music from black people was just promoting black people. I was like, what the fuck? What kind of revisionist history bullshit is this? And then I see this, and I'm like, makes sense now.
Yeah.
Makes sense now. It's okay to be black, LeVar. It's okay. You don't have to perform for them. All right? It's okay. You don't have to. We'd go to your shows, but I mean, there's this.
I grew up in the shit. You didn't. You didn't. I don't glorify none of it. These were my circumstances coming up as a kid.
Therefore, they are totally the only experience that the city of Chicago is having is his exact experience. It is his block, but then you multiply it times the radius of the city. Like that is how his brain works. Everything was precisely like his, but there were no worse spots and there were no better spots. His experience is unilaterally the black Chicagoan experience. So don't question him ever again. Thank you very much.
What I saw with my own eyes.
He has two eyes and he saw with them.
He saw them.
No snitching. Somebody getting mowed down. People are scared to tell. And then you harbor these individuals in the community and they just grow and grow and grow. And it forms a vacuum because the police aren't coming. They're not coming. And on top of that, the gun laws restrict you for carrying a gun and protecting yourself and your family. What are we talking about? Go in there, flush them out. And if these people that you want to protect, it's not all good. It's not all good because a lot of people have elitist mentalities. You don't care about little Shaquana that got mowed down on King Drive. And I'm just using that as a name. You don't care because you don't live that. You admit.
And he cares so much that he couldn't think of one example, which is why he had to make up someone's name.
Yes, classic straw man argument.
You're having a latte. You don't care. You might read about it in the news, but hey.
Yeah, black people don't drink lattes.
Yeah, Mikey, what kind of coffee do you drink?
Black coffee.
Black. Until your doors get kicked. So yeah, go in there, flush them out. And basically, this helps black people the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, civil rights. I mean, that showed us that when the military shows up in black neighborhoods, only good things are coming. You so smart, LeVar.
This helps them the most because they doing bullshit. First of all, the city's out of money.
No, it's not.
They don't have enough police. People are
He's hired so many more police.
getting robbed and shot. The police saying handle it.
The numbers are down. You can't just lie, dude. This was true 10 years ago. 10 years ago, this was true. It isn't fucking true anymore. You have to update your brain. And you sit in your little secluded comedy den in your own crib. And then you stream out of there, and then you run back and forth to the store, and you see people wearing clothes, and you see them with the ski mask, and it doesn't make sense to you. The vibe has shifted, bro. You just scared of young kids. You're an old white dude now.
There's got to be so many Chicago Bulls jerseys out there.
Right. You got Tren de Aragua having games at the United Center. Like, you can't be afraid of, like, yeah, the new batch of kids are fucking weirdos, but they're fine. They're fine.
They're just internet weirdos.
They're very strange.
Have time. This is the truth. And I don't know why people see anything different. And also in Chicago, you have a big MAGA following. When I went on visit Chicago, I'm watching on TV people on the South Side walking up and down the street with MAGA shirts on because they felt abandoned over the last 50 or 70 years.
And then y'all thought Donald Trump was the fucking... How you wait? I mean, all the Star Wars movies came out. I mean, what's happened in 50 years? Since the 70s? I mean, all the breakdancing came and left. The Macarena, like so many things have come and left. And this whole time they were like, man, I wish Trump would run. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, Trump. You know, this is exactly what I wanted. The fucking Klan back in my neighborhood. Thank God.
In Illinois by these people. So I don't know how you want me to sit here and hate because I'm black. I'm supposed to be like, no. Because they're good kids. Like, you know, growing up in Chicago.
You know, he forgot he black. That's what it is. Because he going to be like, oh, I'm just going to drive to my comedy show. No, the fuck you not. Just get your black ass out the motherfucking car. Give me your ID. You ain't got it? Get against the wall. What you say? Up, butt stroke with the rifle. Like, you act like you were immune to this. Poor fool.
It's like, you could be a good kid and you could come from a good home, but you got to leave that home. And when you leave that home, you're typically in a jungle. And then you have to adapt to the jungle to survive, whether you gang affiliate or get in a gang that you don't even necessarily want to be in, but you have to be in due to if you get in a fight with one, he coming back with 30. And it's just a vicious cycle. But now it's time to break it. It's time to break that shit totally. And
using the National Guard is the perfect way to do that. To just, you know, indiscriminately mow down blacks is what he wants. Because they're YNs, and you can Google it because I don't want to trigger everybody.
Yeah.
Triggering is another thing we're going to talk about too. I found a funny clip. But thoughts, my non-melanated brethren. You ghost white walker, blue-eyed devils, Satchmo motherfuckers. No.
I have to say I found what I had to say fascinating because I just think to myself, don't you realise they'll never accept you?
Ever.
No matter what. No matter, it's a little bit like with we have the deform whatever over here. We've got the chairman Zahir Yusuf. I don't know why he's there for, because they'll never accept him because he's a Muslim. And there's a term that I think I've heard once. He's a little bit like the water carrier for the right.
Right.
Because it's a little bit like, no, we're not racist. We've got a Muslim chairman. But half of them don't want him there in the first place because he's a Muslim. And Yeah.
Tim, do
go
you
on.
know offhand how many Muslim Congress people we have? It's like under 10, right?
Yeah, it's very few.
In a country of 340 million,
Yes.
10 representatives from the Muslim community.
Well, I mean, Congress is not very representative of the
What?
population. No, it's
What-
No.
Why would
mostly
you-
white men.
White men, but
Yeah.
they're not all of the country. There should be
Well,
other people, of course.
I mean, I don't disagree, but that's how it was gerrymandered and continues to be gerrymandered. So
Let me see if I can find it now. It's
if
the
they find a district with minority representation, they usually just break it up.
Can't have that.
Certainly not.
Or they put all the minorities into one district. That way they all get one district. And then the white people can have the other districts. Ha ha.
I'm not even subscribed to him.
It's called Crackin' and Packin'.
But your thoughts on his
I think you're right, Mikey. I think he has a very 10 years ago view of Chicago. And he just, if he wants the national, sure, man, but it's not going to go the way you want it. They've arrested 1,000 people approximately in DC at this point. DC doesn't have any jails. So where are all these people going?
That's the thing that they forgot about, and they always forget about. And that's why protests work so well, is because what are you going to do when the jail is full?
Is it catch and release? Are they arresting people and then just I mean, a lot of these people, I've seen a lot of videos. There's nothing to charge them with. There's nothing they're just being arrested for being out in the streets or being black. That's what's going on out there. And I've seen a whole bunch of videos of people saying, you've got no reason to arrest me. There's no reason to detain me. That's what's going on. So if they've arrested 1,000 people, where are they? What happened to those 1,000 people? Are they in the system now? Are they fucking
What's that going to do to the local courts?
Right.
You're going to have an additional 10,000 people?
Right.
A month? Do
Yeah.
you think they got time for 10,000 cases in a month? It's going to be jammed immediately. And then you know what the judges are going to say? You better just stop. Just don't even fucking bother, because I'm not even going to look at this shit. I'm just going to let them go. I don't have time for this.
So I don't
thought
know.
about that.
I don't know.
Well, protests work for a reason. It might take a couple of days, but then they'll be like, oh shit, they got us. Yes. Protesters are like tribbles. You can't let us on the ship. What are you thinking? Oh,
Patriots, gay treats, they treats, black treats, brown treats.
this is the hottest. This is all right. This is my new favorite podcast. These girls are hilarious. This is the hottest intro that's ever introed.
Big
Hit it,
day in
ladies.
the USA. Welcome to America's top DEI podcast. Pumps, what have you had it with?
Okay, what I've had it with is I've gotten 2 alerts today that said people are questioning Trump's cognitive decline.
Oh, God.
Concerns over dementia or concerns over this press conference Trump had. People are concerned he might have dementia. I'm like, motherfucker gave a blowjob to a microphone. He swayed on stage for 37 minutes and didn't talk to Ave Maria during the campaign. This is not breaking news. If you listen to his press conference, there is no question in your mind that he is unhinged and mentally unwell, dementia, Alzheimer's, whatever you want to call it. If you've been watching him the last year, you know he is not well.
Well, I mean, and even before that, he's the guy that recommended injecting bleach.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this.
Oh yeah, there was that.
I
isn't
remember.
New. This is just.
And then he looked at the solar eclipse.
Ah, the good old days.
Gotten worse because
Remember Remember when the best thing in the news that week was dumbass was about to blind himself? No pandemic. It was a simpler time.
Dementia and cognitive decline is a progressive illness, and so it's progressively gotten worse. And I read an article that people around him don't even really know that he really knows what's going on. And if you think about his day, they've made the Oval Office his own personal coloring book,
Right.
where he can color gold leaf all over the place. And then he does show and tell every day with his executive orders. And they trot him around.
Yo, show and tell is so funny.
That's
Like this,
hilarious.
like this is the meanest shit possible. And I'm like, this is how the news should be delivered. Yeah, they give him his coloring book and they tell him to sit in the corner and wait until we're ready for you to talk.
And then there's all these nefarious
I love it.
actors behind the scenes, but they give him these vanity projects like, you know what? You can call the Kennedy Center the Trump Center. Oh, you know what, big guy? We'll put you in charge of vetting all the history at the Smithsonian Institution. Like, we want the guy that
Hey, her water broke. What do you want me to do to help? Go boil some water, a real big pot, okay? Yeah, let's get you out of the fucking room because you're stupid and you'll get in the way.
Yeah.
Go play in the Smithsonian, will you? Okay.
recommended that Americans put bleach into their bodies to disinfect it from COVID. Like, we want that guy.
That's our guy.
To be in charge of history. And like, there's something that Americans need to get back to embracing. And it is embracing the absolute bookworm nerds that have never made a B in their life, that like policy, that like to study policy, that are not threatened when people.
Tim,
what?
She's talking about you.
No.
Disagree with them, that are experts. And the faceplant of expertise in the MAGA movement and the capitulation to that expertise.
You do know policy.
In favor of raising up complete.
Don't tell people I do that.
Like Pete Hegseth. Right.
I'm over here snitching. My bad. My
People don't need to know what I do.
Hey, ask your own questions. I'm not an informant for you. I'm not telling you nothing else about Tim and his multiple degrees that are on his wall that you could probably zoom in and
who's wholly unqualified, whose pastor is a guy that covers up pedophilia in his church. And it just,
oh, bro, did you hear about them that governor changing the law for his like brother-in-law or something like that got caught with the child?
No.
Like in Utah, like just straight up said, well, the law applies for everyone except him. I'm like, yo, and y'all let that man walk the streets?
Of course.
Couldn't be around here. Too many accidents happen. You know, fucking, I left the fucking car and drive. Can you believe that shit? Yep, it ghosted 2.5 miles down the road, and then I was in the house. Yeah, I was in the house when it happened.
Seems like every time I turn around, these guys are involved in these crazy scandals that involve some sort of sexual abuse, some form of pedophilia. They say stupid stuff.
Pizzagate.
Yeah,
every accusation is a confession.
It's like I have to say, I was I can't remember what I was watching, but I've got something where I just thought, no way, but it turned out to be true. That apparently there were people in America that thought that all the birds in the world had been killed off by the American government, and they've been replaced by sort of like battery operated drones and stuff like that, and they would actually sit on the birds.
Is it backwards?
Birds.
No,
you
got it.
That's it. That's the one. That's the one. Yes. And it turned out
this book has changed my fucking life, Darren. I'm a changed fucking man, Darren. I'll never be the same.
Yes, and it turned out to be a hoax, didn't it? The guy had been playing the part for about 5 years.
This is. Let me give you a passage here. You think reading time with the gang? Let me show you. Let's see here. This is very hard hitting writing, but this is the end of the first chapter here. I'll just read the last paragraph. This is where they're kind of like warning you about the book. I understand this is all terrifying information. Please try to stay calm. It is impossible. It is still possible to turn the tables on the government. But before we get into possible ways to fight back, you first need to understand how and why this happened. They are going through chapter and verse of how the government killed all of the birds with stealth B-52 bombers with the special gas that killed the birds and then made them disintegrate, because then there would be bird carcasses everywhere and people would notice. So then they had the satellite teams catalog where all the birds were so they could put the birds the cameras back to where they were.
The kicker for me was they said that when the birds were shitting on cars so they can track you.
Again, I have never read a better book, and it's fucking going great so far. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm trying to get to her Kankles taco tits. It's so good. I want it for the soundboard. It's coming up. I think it was at 3 minutes or something. Yeah, I think so.
They don't know what they're talking about. And here's the thing. I get a bunch of nuts forming a cult. I think the support for Trump in this country, I saw a poll that only 31% of Americans believe Trump to be honest and trustworthy.
Right.
So that's the base, 31%. And they're so loud and obnoxious that it feels like that 31% is much larger than it is, because their whole life, when they wake up in the morning until they go to bed at night,
she's spitting,
is defending Kankles, McTaco tits, and owning the libs. That's their sole identity.
Kankles, McTaco tits. That's brilliant.
Yo, she is a legend. We gotta unbox her, or these two ladies together or something, for I've watched a few of their episodes now. They're like first 6 or 7 minutes is always just them ranting about whatever before they get into the topic. This shit is gold, dude. They are so funny. I'm gonna get this for the soundboard. Hold on.
Kankles, McTaco tits, and owning the
I didn't give myself time. God, I'm not that fast. Like a robot.
To bed at night is defending Kankles, McTaco tits, and owning the libs. That's their sole identity. Like, they don't have other hobbies. Liberals don't stay so hard in this all the time because we have other stuff going on. We have other things that we like to do.
We have lives.
Well, you know what? It's so.
Okay, I got it for the soundboard. It looks like you want me to pass the rack there, Tim. I'll pass the rack.
Okay.
Oh God, that's so funny.
You might want to get that record button ready again. Damn it. There we go.
We got this.
We got
everybody.
Cool.
Everybody, calm down.
We got it. I'm also gonna unclick the mute button. There we go. And I got this.
A lot of people are saying maybe we like a dictator. I don't like a dictator. I'm not a dictator.
Yo, that's the guiltiest guilty that ever guilty to guilty. Like, his brain was like, "Don't say you're a dictator. Don't say you're a dictator."
He'd come, maybe he'd come, maybe he wouldn't even come. I think.
This is what the Nazis did in 1933. One of the first things they did in the spring of 1933 was to take over the state governments and the policing functions of the state governments, like Bavaria, Prussia, and so on and so forth. And if on January 6, 2021, Donald Trump had the kind of control of policing in the District of Columbia that he seeks to have in this city and others, how do you think that would have went?
It would not have.
He would have called in the National Guard.
But for folks at home, if you remember, people, it's easy for us to forget because between COVID, January 6th, so many things have happened since then. But on January 6th, history will record, and if you talk to anybody who knows, it was the Metropolitan Police Department. It was DC's MPD that if they were not there, the Capitol would have been overrun.
That's right.
They would have found Nancy Pelosi and Mike Pence. It was the MPD officers who did their duty and held the line until the National Guard could arrive after the president relented. Can't believe he had to be relented and call them in
Hours later.
So I do think that that's a really important point. And we aren't going to have to wait, I don't think, until the next election, the next presidential election, to see how Donald Trump is trying to wield that control. He's doing it here now. And I talked to a number of mayors today, and I know Eugene was talking to mayors too. And what the mayors that I spoke to told me, these were mayors who are members of the African American Mayors Association. They said, look at the cities. People keep saying, well, Donald Trump is only targeting Democratic mayors. No, he's only targeting Black mayors because Detroit is a majority African-American city, but the mayor's white. I don't hear Donald Trump talk about Detroit.
Yeah.
And they went down the line of the other cities that could be targeted that actually have crime, crime issues. And so the mayors made the point to me that this is not about crime. This is about control and about using Black leadership as a scapegoat for his authoritarian takeover to be fomented. And some people are going to be okay and go along with that. And we're seeing it here. We saw it in LA, and we are going to see it in Chicago.
Well, part of the thing is when you have the folks when you have the National Guard and the Marines when they were in Los Angeles, you get people used to it, right? And that's the thing. It's like people are used to it. As I'm walking around Washington, D.C. today running errands, I'm seeing them. And even I'm like, this is crazy, but also like, well, they're here. They've been here. And I think we start to get inoculated to that fact. And that is exactly, I think, and you tell me if I'm wrong, what Trump is counting on, that the country will be inoculated against the fact that National Guardsmen, now armed with weapons, are on the streets of Washington, D.C. He sent the Marines to L.A., and he's saying he's going to do it in these other cities. And everyone seems to be fine with it. The people aren't in the streets in the way that you would think they would be.
And it's all a fake emergency because I'm not going to say crime doesn't need to come down in the District of Columbia or Chicago or other places.
No one likes crime.
No one likes crime. But
this isn't
about crime because he's not going to the places where there are crime. They're not there. They're not trained for it. National Guard, whether or not National Guard.
And this is, again, they are conflating Black people with crime.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is the big conflation. And even in a lot of the way that they're like framing this, they are conceding the point.
Right.
Like the premise is false.
Yeah. I mean, there's a part when Michael Steele talks, then he'll fight back on that premise. But yeah, they aren't talking about the obvious like racism of just going to Chicago or just going to New York. Or I mean, Mayor Eric Adams is still the mayor for at least until November.
For a little while longer.
But yeah, they're not talking about how DC has a Black mayor.
They're also witnessing a crime spell, like a dry spell. Like they're not having all the crime that they were previously having.
I mean, but they did make a good point that like Trump's not talking about Detroit
or St. Louis. White mayor or white lady.
Yeah, or some of these other cities that like you could be talking about if it had nothing to do with race. He would be talking about Detroit
and Memphis
and St. Louis.
Memphis is having the same thing that was happening in Chicago happen down there with the gangs. Same exact thing where they start, we'll cut the head off the snake. No, you have destabilized the whole fucking situation. You got to negotiate fucking truces is what it is.
But no, he's going after Chicago and Baltimore and New York City because the mayor's Black.
Zoran is not Black. He is an African American, but he is not Black.
He's not mayor yet.
Sure. He is in my world, Tim.
I mean, he will be in reality soon because Eric Adams and Andrew Cuomo ain't got it.
It cooked.
See, homelessness, dealing with street crime. They have no idea.
They were outside of Le Diplomat. Lots of crime at Le Diplomat, apparently.
Apparently, somebody got to secure the escargot.
Got to get there. I do want to, because you brought up these other cities. I want to show the top 4 cities highest homicide rates in the U.S. in 2024. Cities with highest murder.
Uh-oh.
St. Louis.
I can explain. And my OG family's from Memphis. I lived in St. Louis my whole life. And my mom's in Birmingham.
So is this I
am not admitting to anything on this stream.
What about Jackson? Is that just like an outlier? You know anyone in Jackson?
It's on the way. I mean, I don't know. How would I know? How would I know any of that? That stuff.
Rates and populations of at least 100,000.
Oh,
Jackson, Mississippi.
Real quick. All those places have open carry.
Oh.
St. Louis didn't have open carry until 22, 23. But yeah, I don't know.
Are you equating guns with crime?
Guns to murder rates? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. And it's weird. It's like there's a whole bunch of gun sellers right across the border in Indiana. And then people go to Indiana and then they get the guns and then they go to Chicago because we have restrictions and rules. So then we asked Indiana to stop doing that and they just ignored us. So there was that.
Alabama, St. Louis, Missouri, Memphis, Tennessee. That's according to 2024 FBI data. I don't see nobody sending anybody there.
Well, that's because white folks don't commit crime.
There you
so
go.
That's at the end of the day. There are more of them, they don't commit crime.
That's because white folks don't commit crime.
I'm not clipping that.
I'm clipping it.
No,
that's according to 2024 FBI data. I don't see nobody sending
At the end of the day, there are more of them, they don't commit crime, because that's Donald Trump's thinking. That the focus on these cities is linked to them being democratic cities. So even within red states, you've got a city that have a Democratic mayor.
Right.
He can't go after that city because it's in a red state.
In a red state with a Republican governor, and that destroys the narrative that the Democrats have caused. Democrats didn't cause crime in St. Louis or New Orleans or Memphis. Okay, this is about, and nothing that the federal government does can help with this in its current form.
By the way, if anyone doesn't know who this guy is, this is Kellyanne Conway's former husband.
Yeah. I remember him. I remember.
Oh my!
Alternative facts.
George Conway is his name.
Yeah, that's it. I couldn't think of his name. Yeah, George Conway.
He was married. Is married?
He was.
They have to be divorced. They have to be divorced.
God, can you
I'm
imagine if they
this
want?
was married to Skeletor. That why didn't you put her dirty ass shoes on the White House sofa?
Oh, they got divorced in 2023.
I wonder why.
She put her feet on a damn sofa in the White House, man. No home training. No home training.
Can you imagine the conversation across the table of these two if they're still married?
They're just bitching about liberals.
Yeah.
The whole time before it was cool. Oh, some girls are not shaving their armpits. It's disgusting.
Yes. George.
Disgusting.
Those dirty hippies.
Yeah, George, you have your facts. I have my alternative facts.
Did you put the food in the oven? Yes.
Yo, remember
it's still in the refrigerator. I call the refrigerator the oven sometimes.
Remember Trump's first inauguration where she showed up dressed like a fucking revolutionary soldier?
Looking like the damn oatmeal man. Not the oatmeal dude.
Yes. You did say I put the dinner in the oven, but you didn't tell me to put it on.
I did what you said. I did what you told me to do.
Greg says it's called work-life balance, Tim. Be a fascist at work and go home and talk about breadsticks.
The intricacies of a good breadstick. That's funny.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is the apocalypse. We're not supposed to be laughing this much.
I'm training for it. We are asking. This is a prescription for disaster. This is a prescription for a tragedy.
yeah.
I mean, these guardsmen aren't trained for it. And then you have ICE. I mean, you have this situation now where they're empowering people to take, to behave, not only the ICE agents, but others to behave like the ICE agents, put masks on. And
Man, look at the stash on that guy to the right.
I would believe he's an army person.
Yeah, right.
Or a firefighter, or a juggler,
or a fancy bartender.
Oh yeah, one of them. Like, nah, if he was a fancy bartender, he have to curl them low.
Oh yeah,
you got to do with the wax
mustache. That
yeah. I can't do that.
You've got cops dressing like thugs and
pause
acting
that.
like thugs.
Yo, look at how unbothered homegirl is. She's like, turn this up a little bit. Their rifles are clicking so loud. Flanders stash, yeah.
That's not a mustache, it's a broom.
Cortez, a fancy bartender. Yeah, you're definitely doing some fucking old fashions. You know what I'm saying? He makes old fashions.
Allie with 5 British pounds. Some
pounds.
Nice wee surprise to see Darren had chuckle at Kankle's Taco Tits.
Mick Taco Tits. Wait, I got it. Oh shit. Is it? Oh wait, you can't hear it.
Yeah, no, definitely can't hear it.
Hold on. Boop, boop.
Is defending Kankles, McTaco Tits, and owning the libs. That's their.
I have to get myself one of them soundboards. Definitely.
P.S. Tim and Mikey, Reagan Elite wants to do a show with you.
Scheduled it for, I think, the 16th of September.
Oh, fancy.
I don't know what day of the week it is. I just said yes.
The Tuesday.
Okay. Well, that's good.
The next day is the wife's birthday.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We'll have to. You better do something good, Tim. You're gonna get in trouble.
Oh yeah. Always.
Tim be giving the best presents. Trying to play a low key. He's like, yeah, don't worry about it, dude. I've been fucking marinating a marble in liquor for 47 years, and it's going to come out in about 2 weeks, and it's gonna land perfect. Like Tim's always got something cooking.
See, here's the thing. She never wants anything. She's like, don't buy me anything.
Hit her with the experience bomb.
Yeah. That's what I started doing. We started going places.
Take her to an escape room.
Oh, we did. I already did that.
Damn,
I did it 2 years
why
ago.
you waste it? All right. Now we got to think of something else, Tim.
Yeah.
Way to go. 2 years ago, Tim. I knew that.
Last year, it was a tour of bookstores because she likes books. So we went to a bunch of different bookstores.
Trip to Iceland. Stick your hand in lava. Go poke lava.
I don't know if she would go for Iceland.
And you would not be able to come back to the country.
Buy her a WWE Replica World Championship belt. And if she don't like it, just make sure it has your name engraved in the side, just to be on the safe side.
Dual purpose.
There you go.
Do the Homer Simpson bit, where he bought a Marge bowling ball.
Oh, yes. I bought it for you.
Yes.
Rude Homer.
I think my equivalent would be I bought you a sword. Should be like, no, you fucking didn't.
She just gets this long ass box with a ribbon on it. Just Tim, not again. Like, you just did the whole sword for you thing again.
But I
Which one is
thought
it?
you liked swords.
Yes.
She'd be like, no.
Has she been to the orchestra before?
We have been to the orchestra before, yes.
Damn, that's usually a good one.
Yeah. Although I could
Or
probably
opera.
like we've been to like a Christmas one.
Oh, you gotta
So-
get down. You gotta get some. You gotta get some proper fucking Italian opera. Whew. The hearts or German. I mean, you gotta get out of the English language, and then you start getting the. It's a very emotional experience. They're so loud.
Theater tickets.
No, these are some theater nerds. Some dweebs. I love theater.
Mine's
The
easy.
odds.
Mine's easy. I'll just sort of like pay for a booking for some tattoo for whatever she likes, and that's it. She's
Body art.
The wife does like tattoos.
Get her name on your neck.
No. No. I don't. This is probably my one and only tattoo. It was not a pleasant experience.
Oh, you didn't enjoy it?
It was like a hot knife going through my arm.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So I
Can't wait
could
to get more.
I could get her a tattoo though.
Yeah.
She likes the tattoos.
Tell her it's a surprise tattoo and have it be your face.
Oh, she would never. She would be like, no.
Just saying.
I know somebody who got a tattoo because like our football team. You over there, you guys over there, you call it soccer. But
Yeah. We can translate your Brit speak.
Yeah. well, one of the main saying is, being a Bradford City fan, City till I die. Somebody went for that for a tattoo, spell it wrong, and it said City Idol.
Ooh. I remember the Snickers commercial where the guy got a tattoo that said "No regrets."
Or
He's
that
like, no regrets.
when homie painted the floor, he's like, "Hey man," he was painting the field. He was painting the grass.
Oh,
like,
yes.
to have the logo, and there's like, he's like, "Hey man, looks great." Who are the chefs?
Oh,
Great
they're supposed to be
googly
the Kansas
moogly.
City Chiefs, and he put
Yeah.
chefs.
Yeah, looks great, man. But who were the chefs?
Who were the chefs?
I don't know why it's so funny.
Oh, we could go see Hamilton.
Oh, that might be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think they're low key. I think their Hamilton show is going on at a theater in Hartford, Connecticut.
And Uber there.
No, drive there. Why would I Uber there? I have a car.
For the experience.
I don't want to. You know how much an Uber from where I live to Hartford is? It'd be like an hour drive.
Oh, then don't do an Uber.
No.
I don't know where you live. And
I
don't tell me.
don't-
Don't tell me.
I don't
government will
live
know.
near the city of Hartford.
Yeah. Well,
What the fuck? What the fuck were we doing?
yes. So here,
I voted for Trump. Therefore, everything that I want to happen needs to happen.
You do surprise me, Mikey. I never saw that one coming.
You never see it coming.
you know what? I'm not gonna let
Y'all
you.
just being numbnuts right now because you forget your own history.
Not gonna let you. You're not gonna bring me down today. I am beautiful. Fuck you. This is a heartwarming tale I hope there's no music in this. I don't remember.
Take my girls and say, you are
Oh,
enough.
thank
You
God.
guys, all of you, every single one of you. I wanted to say all of you are so enough. This is unbelievable. Feel this moment. And they all felt like they weren't.
A dad who got emotional listening to Olivia Rodrigo's concert is explaining this viral moment.
So Christian Lopez took his daughters to the opening night of Lollapalooza, and a TikTok captured his reaction as Rodrigo sang her hit song, Pretty Isn't Pretty.
And then my 12-year-old is just screaming, and I listened to the words. She talks about looking at the mirror, and that.
Yo, is his shirt Vamos Pickle? Let's go, Pickle.
Not feeling good. I became 12 again. I was 12, and then I was a dad. I had my daughters, and I realized the words were resonating with not only them, but every single kid around me. And so when I was looking around, at one point I'm looking and I'm going, wow, every single person here was just feeling this. We all felt.
Yeah, when I took my wife to see the Backstreet Boys and they fucking sold out Tinley Park, which was like, I don't know, 35,000 people.
Jesus.
And brother, I have never been more afraid. Outnumbered at least 600 to 1. If they turned on me,
damn,
there was no escape. No escape. I was like, I gotta be on my best behavior. Can't be making jokes. Can't be saying anything. And I still got Karen'd on the way to the parking lot. But luckily, my car was nearby, and I got my pregnant wife to safety because the Karens were coming. I was like, they're going to start resenting somebody from their past, and I'm going to get caught up in the crossfire. Oh, shit, here it comes.
Took the same way. Like, even though I'm so much older than my daughters, we all felt it. I think that's why these artists are amazing, right? Like Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, all these young female artists who are just, they're writing and composing stuff that this generation gets and that I get as well. And if I translated the song to my dad, who only speaks Spanish, he would get it too.
Good job being vulnerable, Dad. Because the girls need to see that. The girls need to see it because then they will look for that in a mate, which is good. Mayor Johnson.
There is new reporting this morning on what those plans look like. The Washington Post reports that the Pentagon has been planning a military deployment to
Ain't the right one. Hold on. Because I thought it was. Where's the Chicago station? There we go. No. Hold on. They still never fixed that pothole. No, I'm just kidding. That fucking trench in the middle of the highway. They said, not my fault.
Trump's having a cabinet meeting right now.
So many jokes, so little time. Oh, did I put it in the wrong one? Because I make playlists now because I always forget things. And then I forget that I'm stupid and I shouldn't be in charge of putting things on lists. I put things wherever the hell. I don't give a damn where shit goes. I'm not paying attention. I think I put it in unboxed on accident. No, I didn't. Fuck. All right, I'll just research it again. Come on. There we go. Mayor Brandon Johnson. Press. Oh, here it is.
Happy to take any questions
Here's Pritzker first.
from members of the media. Marianne.
This is not the right one. I'm going to throw things across. There we go.
Well, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I want to speak plainly about the moment that we are in and the actual crisis, not the manufactured one, that we are facing in this city and as a state and as a country. If it sounds to you like I am alarmist, that is because I am ringing an alarm, one that I hope every person listening will heed, both here in Illinois and across the country. Over the weekend, we learned from the media that Donald Trump has been planning for quite a while now to deploy armed military personnel to the streets of Chicago. This is exactly the type of overreach that our country's founders warned against. And it's the reason that they established a federal system with a separation of powers built on checks and balances. What President Trump is doing is unprecedented and unwarranted. It is illegal. It is unconstitutional. It is un-American. No one from the White House or the executive branch has reached out to me or to the mayor. No one has reached out to our staffs. No effort has been made to coordinate or to ask for our assistance in identifying any actions that might be helpful to us. Local law enforcement has not been contacted. We have made no requests for federal intervention, none. We found out what Donald Trump was planning the same way that all of you did. We read a story in the Washington Post. If this was really about fighting crime and making the streets safe, what possible justification could the White House have for planning such an exceptional action without any conversations or consultations with the governor, the mayor, or the police? Let me answer that question. This is not about fighting crime. This is about Donald Trump searching for any justification to deploy the military in a blue city, in a blue state, to try and intimidate his political rivals. This is about the President of the United States and his complicit lackey, Stephen Miller, searching for ways to lay the groundwork to circumvent our democracy, militarize our cities, and end elections. There is no emergency in Chicago that calls for armed military intervention. There is no insurrection. There is no insurrection. Like every major American city in both blue and red states, we deal with crime in Chicago. Indeed, the violent crime rate is worse in red states and red cities. Here in Chicago, our civilian police force and elected leaders work every day to combat crime and to improve public safety. And it's working. Not one person here today will claim we have solved all crime in Chicago, nor can that be said of any major American metro area. But calling the military into a U.S. city to invade our streets and neighborhoods and disrupt the lives of everyday people is an extraordinary action, and it should require extraordinary justification. Look around you right now. Does this look like an emergency? Look at this.
Look around you. No.
Go talk to the people of Chicago who are enjoying a gorgeous afternoon in this city. Ask the families buying ice cream on the Riverwalk. Go see the students who are at the beach after school. Talk to the workers that I just met taking the water taxi to get here. Find a family who's enjoying today sitting on their front porch and ask if they want their neighborhoods turned into a war zone by a wannabe dictator. Ask if they'd like to pass through a checkpoint with unidentified officers in masks while taking their kids to school. Crime is a reality we all face in this country. Public safety has been among our highest priorities since taking office. We have hired more police and given them more funding. We banned assault weapons, ghost guns.
I know that they added more police because I bitched about it because I'm like, why the fuck are you spending money on police? Well, they did do that. I do remember being mad about it.
Pump stocks and high-capacity magazines. We invested historic amounts into community violence intervention.
Oh, and I reported that too, that he banned all assault rifles and shit from Illinois. The Republicans took it to the Supreme Court and lost.
Programs. We listened to our local communities, to the people who live and work in the places that are most affected by crime, and asked them what they needed to help make their neighborhoods safer. Those strategies have been working. Crime is dropping in Chicago. Murders are down 32% compared to last year and nearly cut in half since 2021. Shootings are down 37% since last year and 57% from 4 years ago. Robberies are down 34% year over year. Burglaries down 21%. Motor vehicle thefts down 26%. So in case there was any doubt as to the motivation behind Trump's military.
Now, Mayor Johnson may not have had anything to do with that. But that's the beauty of being in politics, baby. If it happens under my watch, I did it.
You get to take credit for it.
I did that shit.
Yep.
So whether or not people because I think I liked him for the mayor. I think he was my pick.
Who was it before him? Lightfoot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked Auntie. She was fucking crazy as shit. She would just rage on people, just cuss in public, or in professional meetings, just cuss people the fuck out, just be fucking awful to the staff. I'm like, ugh, yes, that's what I need in my life. I need a mayor who's just going to rip everyone to shreds if they do not do what they tell them to do, because people forget what their fucking job is. But thoughts so far?
B overall.
Sound presidential, Tim?
I don't know. He just sounds like a governor. I don't know. I don't know if I would vote for him for president.
Tim's such a hater. Then Mike, he's like, Mike, you'll never shut the fuck up if his governor becomes.
Listen, I really don't want to trade one billionaire for another. That's
he's
my
not
big problem.
that much of a billionaire, and again,
he's still a billionaire. He's still an oligarch.
Into so much money, it would dude. He was born that way. Okay,
right. That doesn't make it any better.
I agree. The Hyatt hotels
exist. I
agree.
Mikey,
the Hyatt hotels are Hyatt hotels.
I'm not being hypocritical about this. I wouldn't vote for my governor for president either because he's also rich. Let's stop electing rich people to our fucking highest office. It's corrosive.
I didn't support J.B. Pritzker, but now that he's been doing what he said he would do. I'm saying that if he was running for the first thing ever, he does have a track record at this point.
He does, but he's still a fucking billionaire. We shouldn't we shouldn't allow billionaires to be president.
Can't get past that point, can you, Tim?
No.
It's like a boomerang, Darren. The harder I throw it, the harder it comes back.
Yeah.
Here's the problem: is he wouldn't be reliant on voters to give him money, which is a problem. He's not beholden to the people at all, just like Trump isn't.
Yeah.
He can run his own campaign for president on his own money.
I thought you wanted money to be out of politics.
Right, but if money is in politics, I would rather the voters fund the campaigns than
but the other side's not
rich
doing
people just
that.
run for office.
I agree with you, and I agree with you that money should be, or there should be state funded elections. I'm 100% on your side. That is not the current rule structure. So if he didn't have $1 billion, he would have got outspent, and we'd have a Republican governor.
Listen, I wouldn't vote for him in a primary. But if he was the Democrat who is nominated for president, I would vote for him.
I'll get you on the team. I'll get you on the team.
If I had no other choice, if it was him or Trump, I'd vote for him.
I suppose it's a case of what you least hate, isn't it?
Him or a Trump.
Yeah.
Or Vance or who. Any Republican versus Pritzker, I'd vote for Pritzker. I just wouldn't vote for him in any primary. I would vote for someone who's not a fucking billionaire. Who more aligns with what I want.
I have to say,
I'm about to hit him with the Parker get a job in a minute. Or the fucking dean in a minute. I'm about to spider lib this guy in a minute. Like, what are you saying, Tim? You are literally doing the same thing LeVar was doing. You're just going off of what you initially thought of him, because of it, and you are not updating. You do at least look into his record.
I did look into his record, but he's not. Is he for taking?
That was not me. That was not me. Not me.
Not
Not me. Not me.
Not guilty.
That was not me. Look, everybody put your hands up. That
the
was
show?
No, that was not me. No. That was you. You hit a thing. I saw your hand. You accidentally hit
I
a
was
thing.
too Italian for a minute.
I was like, because me and Darren were just like, I didn't do it. I didn't
All
do
right.
it.
What I was saying for is he for campaign finance reform?
I think so. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Is he? Because if he's for like getting money out of politics, if he's for Medicare for all, if he's for free college, free public college, then yeah, sure. But I'm not just going to vote for a guy because he's a Democrat and he sounds good in speeches.
It's okay. It's fine. Fine then.
Yeah.
I mean,
like I said,
okay.
I wouldn't vote for my governor either because he's a fucking rich guy.
I mean,
and he doesn't align with what I like. Like, I'm not going to be biased towards him just because he's your governor. I don't like my governor for that same reason.
This is why it's so hard to coalition build, Darren. Haters, man.
Well, we're not, Mikey. The progressives are not single issue idiots.
I have to say, every time I see him, this guy, I don't know why, but the first thing that pops into my head is a mob boss from the 1950s or something. I don't know why, that just pops into my head.
You just hear, I can just see it all go sepia. And then,
It would have looked up. It would have looked our place in that game LA. Why would it?
Oh no! It's not a saxophone; it's a harmonica, and it's way off in the distance. He's got the suit, and he just walks in. Talk to me.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Yeah. Hey, Tony.
I mean, if
where's the gabagool?
you go in the city and it's crazy. Like, some people's accents are buck wild, and it's so sporadic because I mean, I'm not like originally from here, but it's like the accents are so like there's like a Mexican part, and then there's like a Polish part, and then there's like an Irish part. Like, all of our accents are all crazy. But I speak, what do they call it? What's the one that the accent that they tell everybody to do on TV?
For what?
Never mind. Like the Midwestern, just plain Jane, like that.
Oh,
like Midwest
Mark's accent.
Wow. All right.
14 of the top 20 cities in.
You know, I was in the Midwest before Mark because I'm older than him, but I guess it's his region. Whatever. That's fine.
Homicide rate have Republican governors. None of these cities is Chicago. 8 of the top 10 states with the highest homicide rates are led by Republicans. None of those states is Illinois. Memphis, Tennessee, Hattiesburg, Mississippi have higher crime rates than Chicago. And yet Donald Trump is sending troops here and not there. Ask yourself why. If Donald Trump was actually serious about fighting crime in cities like Chicago, he, along with his congressional Republicans, would not be cutting over $800 million in public safety and crime prevention grants nationally, including cutting $158 million in funding to Illinois for violence prevention programs that deploy trained outreach workers to de-escalate conflict on our streets. Cutting $71 million of law enforcement grants to Illinois, direct money for police departments through programs like Project Safe Neighborhoods, the state and local anti-terrorism training program, and the Rural Violent Crime Reduction Initiative.
if the Democrats did that, they would say they were
cutting $137 million in child protection measures in Illinois that protect our kids against abuse and neglect.
What was that?
Trump is defunding the police.
Yeah, that was the phrase.
To the members of the press
Yeah.
who are assembled here today and listening across the country, I am asking for your courage to tell it like it is. This is not a time to pretend here that there are two sides to this story. This is not a time to fall back into the reflexive crouch that I so often see where the authoritarian creep by this administration is
Here's my senator.
ignored in favor of some horse race piece on who will be helped politically by the president's actions. Donald Trump wants to use the military to occupy a U.S. city, punish his dissidents, and score political points. If this were happening in any other country, we would have no trouble calling it what it is, a dangerous power grab. Look at the people assembled before you today, behind me. This is a full cross-section of Chicago's leaders from the business world, the faith community, law enforcement, education, community organizations, and more.
Oh, Mayor Johnson, you so stiff, brother. Damn, you stiff. Shake it out, man. Just give it a little shimmy.
Yeah.
Stiff, boy. He said, Windy City ain't pushing me over. Fuck you mean?
Yeah. No,
Wind off the lake ain't doing shit over here. My neck's strong as hell.
Yeah. This body's got for moving.
How to effectively solve the many
I mean, his suit is not allowed to move in the wind. Like, what the fuck?
challenges.
Stands up when it takes it off.
Starch the shit out of this motherfucker.
Absolutely.
And our
It
city
takes hours
face
to get
a
on that
daily
lake.
basis. But today we are standing here united, in public, in front of the cameras, unafraid to tell the president that his proposed actions will make our jobs harder and the lives of our residents worse. Earlier today in the Oval Office, Donald Trump looked at the assembled cameras and asked for me personally to say, Mr. President, can you do us the honor of protecting our city? Instead, I say, Mr. President, do not come to Chicago. You are neither wanted here nor needed
He's not
here.
Polish, he's
Your remarks
Ukrainian.
about this effort over the last several weeks have betrayed continuing
And see, Kay's like, Trump is defunding the police. This fucking boy. No, this is perfect. Because normies don't get it like us. You know what I'm saying? This works. This translates. When they say federal funds are getting cut, that's something that they can. Wow. Not the common sense. Oh, gross. Oh, gross. L. Put yourself in timeout. Put yourself in timeout. 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Woo, it's getting hot in here.
Jesus.
And they were coming right on top of me.
Maybe it wouldn't even come. I think maybe it wouldn't.
That throbbing feeling every once in a while. Get that throbbing feeling.
I bet you had that throbbing feeling in Alaska that time, didn't it?
That's just his veins collapsing.
in your mental faculties and are not fit for the auspicious office that you occupy. Most of
Yeah. Would Trump even know where Chicago is? He has a tower here that he's licensed. It smells of piss, probably because of everyone's donations to its foundation.
alarming. You seem to lack any appropriate concern as our commander-in-chief for the members of the military that you would so callously deploy as pawns in your ever more alarming grabs for power. As a governor, I've had to make the decision in the past to call up members of the National Guard into active service. And I think it's worth taking a moment to reflect on how seriously I take that responsibility. and on the many things that I consider before asking these brave men and women to leave their homes and their communities to serve in any capacity for us. As I've said many times in the past, members of the National Guard are not trained to serve as law enforcement. They are trained for the battlefield, and they're good at it. They're not trained to arrest people and read them their Miranda rights. They did not sign up for the National Guard to fight crime. And when we call them into service, we are reaching into local communities and taking people who have jobs and families away from their neighborhoods and the people who rely upon them. It is insulting to their
Yeah, a lot of reservists are single parents. So it's like, what the fuck do you want me to do with my kid? Like, school's about to start. Like, why would you do this? Like, this is dumb as shit. I'm gonna miss my kid going. Like, it's horrible, horribly inconvenient for them as well.
Integrity
to come sit in a fucking parking garage over here around Sears Tower or some shit and just fucking sit in a Humvee and let their kid get pissed at them.
And to the extraordinary sacrifices that they make to serve in the Guard, to use them as a political prop, where they could be put in situations where they will be at odds with their local communities, the ones that they seek to serve. I know Donald Trump doesn't care about the well-being of the members of our military, but I do. And so do all the people standing here. So let me speak to all Illinoisans and to all Chicagoans right now. Hopefully the president will reconsider this dangerous and misguided.
Yo, Chicago is Gotham, and I will fight anybody about that. It just is.
Encroachment upon our state and our city's sovereignty. Hopefully rational voices, if there are any left inside the White House or the Pentagon, will prevail in the coming days. If not, we are going to face an unprecedented and difficult time ahead. But I know you, Chicago, and I know you are up to it. When you protest, do it peacefully. Be sure to continue Chicago's long tradition of nonviolent resistance. Remember that the members of the military and the National Guard who will be asked to walk these streets are, for the most part, here unwillingly. And remember that they can be court-martialed and their lives ruined if they resist deployment. Look to
There's worse things than jail.
the members of the faith community standing behind me today for guidance on how to mobilize. To my fellow governors across the nation who would consider pulling your National Guards from their duties at home to come into my state against the wishes
My man fighting a bee in the back. You saw that? Bee was fucking him up.
governors across the nation
Look,
who would consider pulling
in
your
the back
National
left. Look, that
Guards from their
motherfucker.
duties at home to come into my state
Come on, B.
against the wishes of its elected representatives and its people. You would be failing your constituents and your country. Cooperation and coordination between our states is vital to the fabric of our nation, and it benefits us all. Any action undercutting that, violating the sacred sovereignty of our state to cater to the ego of a dictator will be responded to. The state of Illinois is ready to stand against this military deployment with every peaceful tool we have. We will see the Trump administration in court. We will use every lever at our disposal to protect the people of Illinois and their rights.
Man, y'all couldn't have timed that so that the L wouldn't be going through. Like, damn.
To the Trump administration.
I mean, the schedule's posted right there at the stop. You could just look and then be like, "Oh, okay, it's about to come in 5 minutes. I should probably wait."
I have to say, with that B, all we need is now is Commandant Lazard from Police Academy. You know, with that little parade and that B lands on that woman's face. Got it.
Michael Winslow's doing all the sound effects. He's got a little fucking mic and a boombox just following around, walking right behind him.
Yes, you are complicit in this scheme. To the public servants who have forsaken their oath to the Constitution to serve the petty whims of an arrogant little man. To any federal official who would come to Chicago and try to incite my people into violence as a pretext for something darker and more dangerous, we are watching and we are taking names. This country has survived darker periods than the one that we're going through right now, and eventually the pendulum will swing back, maybe even next year. Donald Trump has already shown himself to have little regard for the many acolytes that he has encouraged to commit crimes on his behalf. You can delay justice for a time, but history shows you cannot prevent it from finding you eventually. If you
They think wearing a mask is going to save them from administrations flipping, and then we paid all those people, so we got your address and
we got a super
routing
chat.
number. Super chat.
Brag. The L Train could help Tommy Lee Jones track him.
Yeah.
His name was K. Right?
Yeah, he was.
Or is that
K?
Agent K?
Yeah.
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 My God, it's a long time since I've seen that film.
Freaky boy. So I see what you're saying, Kay. I understand the nuanced perspective, but you got to understand too, a lot of people are dumb, like real dumb. So unless you want the real dumb people to fucking panic, you have to say watered down bullshit. We understand the nuance. Outside world may not so much. So while we intake their public statements, it is up to us to extract their policy and logistical movements to see what is actually happening, right? Like, this is just icing. We have no idea what kind of cake this is.
hurt my people, nothing will stop for a time, but history shows you cannot prevent it from finding you eventually. If you hurt my people, nothing will stop me, not time or political circumstance, from making sure that you face justice under our constitutional rule of law. As Dr. King once said, the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. Humbly,
And then they shot him in the head.
I would add, it doesn't bend on its own. History tells us we often have to apply force needed to make sure that the arc gets where it needs to go. This is one of those times. I look forward to taking your questions in a few minutes.
All right. Switching it over.
Happy to take any questions.
So yeah, I mean, and they haven't really described where exactly they plan on putting all of these soldiers. I mean, the federal buildings, okay, because they don't really have jurisdiction to do shit except for walk around and intimidate people.
Right.
I mean, they can travel on open roads like everybody else can, but to do what? Ask immigration questions? Is that what they're after? Like, what do you? The crime act? They can't ask any of that shit. Motherfuckers can literally ignore their regular ass people. Where are you going? Tulu. I don't have to fucking talk to you. No one has to talk to these people. I don't know why they got y'all out here, but
is it been a case of when they've been out and about, they're absolutely bored out of the tiny minds, that they actually go try to orchestrate some trouble just to occupy their tiny minds?
That's a risky proposition, considering where they're at. Considered Indiana's been pumping ghost guns in here for 15 years. Risky proposition.
Yeah, well, I mean, the response in DC, the people's response in DC hasn't been as extreme as people thought it would be, except for the one guy who threw the sandwich.
Right,
that was hilarious.
Oh, assault with a deadly weapon.
Yes.
I wonder what sandwich it was.
It was a hero sandwich.
That's right. Goddamn right.
Yes. So they want a
But I
bologna
mean,
sandwich.
I get what you're saying, but what Pritzker and the Dems are in general are doing is insidious and ultimately only going to make this worse over time. They're not fighting; they're setting the table for fascism with a softer landing. I don't know. And this is like, unprecedented. So it's not like we can go back on other times that this happened. But
and that is one of the problems, right? This is sort of like not happened before in America.
Mm-hmm.
And while it did happen in other countries at certain other periods of time, we haven't dealt with it personally. And there's a certain amount of it that we can anticipate, and there's a certain amount of it that Trump is just fucking crazy for.
I think his ticker's starting to get a little tired. Little sleepy.
Yeah. It's like when you see them bruises and you see the more shit he's got on his face. It doesn't look good, does it?
No, and then the mean girls were like, oh, and they're like they didn't even spray paint his beard or spray paint his hair today. It's not even orange. It's cracking up.
Diz says we all need to go on a general strike. Unfortunately, that is not. It's not a thing that we do.
Our organized labor is so weak now.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the problems, right? Our organized labor is kind of shitty. So there's not.
No.
There's not
Will Smith made a video with an AI crowd.
No.
Will Smith, no. Stop crashing out, dude. Just sit down somewhere.
Even if everyone who agreed stopped working, that's not everyone. Like, it wouldn't be a general strike. It would be 30, 40%. And union organized labor is only 10% of the labor force at this point.
Right.
So who's gonna go on strike? All the people working non-union jobs at like gas stations and fast food places where they don't have any work protection. If they go on strike, they'll be fired.
Okay. And then if there's massive amounts of people leaving, you can't. I mean, if you have to fire 80 people from a Walmart,
yeah,
who's working the next day?
I mean, there are places where some of that stuff works, like the boycott on Target has really crippled Target.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and Target was on the up. They were paying Little Yachty to fucking do commercials for him. They were doing big things. It was about to go very big for Target, and then they fucked up a little bit.
I think we can do things that are effective and that are more targeted than a general strike, like boycotts, like non-cooperation. I think one of the things that it would work in Chicago is non-cooperation with law enforcement. They don't have to capitulate to law enforcement or to the National Guard or whatever, the FBI, like DC does, because DC is kind of under the control of Congress.
It's not like a real city.
It's not in a state. Like, they don't have a governor. Their mayor only has some powers.
I'm the governor of DC.
But, Chicago has a mayor and Illinois has a governor. And there are many layers of government between Trump and Chicago.
I'm just wondering, Tim, can we start up a campaign and we could run for governor and vice governor of DC?
Well, we'd have to be residents, Mike. You still have to be residents.
I'm just saying we could raise money to be governors in the
It's not a
upcoming
state.
race.
You can't. There's no governor. That's not a state.
Now you're getting it. Now you're getting it. Now
DC,
you're putting.
DC statehood.
If someone gives us fucking money for a gubernatorial race for a place that doesn't have a governor, that's not our fault. We thought they were trolling. Your Honor, he said while being deposed.
I can just see it. You two just remind me of, when you have the angel and the demon on your shoulder, Mikey with the one, we can do this, and Tim over there. No, we can't. That's not right.
Tim, quit being a pussy. Let's go. Come on, man. God, we never do anything fucking fun.
Yes.
Oh,
we can't do
that's-
that, or else we will kill
that's
each other.
gross. Ugh.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's gross, tons.
Yeah, but proper gone down the drain now. It's quite dark in here.
Oh, and
Night.
I thought this was important because this is in Texas. Speaking of masked men.
Night. 2 men are dead after a homeowner says they tried to break into his house late last night. Police say the suspects showed up masked, armed, and posing as officers. This happened on Bell Knoll Drive. That's near Galveston and Allendale Road in Southeast Houston. Michelle Choi shows us what happened and how the homeowner fought back.
Bullet holes riddling the front.
Jesus.
Didn't go down like you thought, huh, homeboy? I don't know why.
Door, window shattered. A violent reminder of what happened here overnight.
Counted them, a total of 22.
A neighbor describing the
Bro, homeowner was ready.
barrage of gunfire she heard around 11 Saturday night on Bell Knoll Drive in Southeast Houston. She didn't want to show her face but lives nearby. She says hearing gunfire isn't unusual here, but this one felt different.
How close it was and how many it was. So that's when I hid. I said, don't let it come here.
Investigators spent nearly 12 hours combing through evidence before clearing the home. According to detectives, 2 men wearing ski masks, bulletproof vests, and badges around their necks claimed they were police serving a warrant that
And I'm telling you, you better pull them boys back because no one trusts anything anymore. So you better get them off the streets and put them back in a desk where they belong. This is not a good idea.
opened fire through the front door.
They did identify themselves as police, yelling police, knocking on the door saying they had an arrest warrant.
And he said, I don't believe. He's like, I believe you, but my Tommy gun don't.
And yeah, the homeowner just did not believe them.
Inside, the homeowner, his wife, and their child. Police say he shot back, killing both suspects before they could ever get in. Detectives say the family wasn't hurt, but rattled. Their neighbor told us she's grateful they're safe.
I feel sorry for the ones that didn't make it. They shouldn't have been doing that.
Detective Stringer says impersonating officers doesn't just put suspects at risk.
Because, people could just think we are imposters when we are not imposters. And it could turn very south for us very quickly.
And if you're
a lot of states have very strong, whether it's castle doctrine or stand your ground, like these people have been taught by the government how to defend themselves against intruders. Do not dress up like a fucking robber and start terrorizing people because you're gonna go to the wrong house. You're gonna go to the wrong house on the right day. And they better back off of this shit.
So
fake motherfuckers. Yeah.
So were these real police officers that were fired at, or were they imposters?
Imposters.
Right. I thought well, I 100% sure. Oh, Jesus Christ! It's almost sound like it's becoming lawless. Because if the coppers walk on the door, you haven't got a clue if they are imposters or not. Just get yourself loaded up.
Mm-hmm. Because it doesn't matter who you are. America says you're not allowed in here unless I say so.
Yeah.
And I can do whatever I need to do to keep you out there and me in here.
Here's my ID. My Magnum whatever says otherwise. You tell we have guns over here that much, don't we?
You can explain that to the sawed off.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
If a routine workday turns into a shocking encounter, federal agents handcuff a U.S. citizen outside his job. It all went down in Simi Valley, and the man and his coworker.
Let me competent folks we got here. Just nothing, and I mean nothing sneaks past the long arm of the law.
Workers are talking to Fox 11's Gina Silva.
They just got me by surprise. I didn't know what was going on, who they were, what did I do wrong.
What is this about? In a matter of seconds, 38-year-old Rodrigo Almendares found himself in handcuffs outside of his job in Simi Valley early Thursday morning.
They never told me who they were, or who they were looking for, or anything.
Dude, are you guys ICE? This guy's a citizen. They turned out to be federal agents who he says let him go only after seeing his ID and hearing his coworker yell. This guy's a citizen here.
He's a United States citizen. You know, what are you guys doing here? Who are you guys looking for? They wouldn't answer him.
Rodrigo, who was born in Canoga Park and works as a driver for JB Wholesale Roofing.
Born in Southern California, which used to be Mexico. Very suspicious.
Yes, that's what they all say.
Born in one of the parts of our empire that we annexed and imperialized.
And building supplies. Says he knows exactly.
Even if he was Mexican, motherfucker, it's California. That's Mexico anyway. Like, shut up.
Exactly why he was targeted.
I am dark skinned. I am Mexican. I am brown. So,
how does that make you feel?
It makes me mad, really mad. No, like I said, I'm American. You know, background is Mexican, but I was born in this country. They would have got off and asked me, no, hey, sir, we have a question. I could have answered, but they didn't.
Nah, man, no questions. Just gonna keep snatching people away. You know what's gonna be fucked up? You know, the next shift is gonna grab them again, right? This man ain't gonna never get hit. You're gonna have to work indoors, sir, because they gonna just keep continually grabbing you and putting you up against the car and oh, well, you might not have been. This is gonna be his life. This is what stop and frisk is. It's the same shit. This is why it's unconstitutional. Because you're violating people's Fourth Amendment rights. I have a right to be secure in my papers and effects. Can't bother me.
Profile me, just try to grab me like if I was a criminal.
The agents moved so fast to detain Rodrigo that they left their SUV in drive. Security footage
oh boy.
Vehicle rolling forward as an agent then runs after it. The impact shattered the passenger side mirror. Employees who
That's special.
Bro didn't even put it in park. Look at him run. Let's watch him run again.
and drive. Security footage shows the vehicle rolling forward as
Wait. I got that thing. I got the perfect thing. Okay,
an
ready?
agent then runs after it. The impact shattered the passenger side.
Thank you, Ollie. That finally came in handy. Oh.
mirror. Employees who witnessed this ordeal still can't believe it.
This was pretty shocking. I've never witnessed anything like that. So, we always see it on TV. But
Where's your ID?
Yes.
You look kind of like Klay Thompson.
we never see it in person.
It's not fair what they're doing. It's not right what they're doing.
Yes, we agree.
They're just making us look like we're nothing in this country.
What? Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are getting engaged?
I thought they were married already.
Nah, man, they were just dating.
Oh. I thought she was a good Christian woman.
Breaking news of the day. Taylor Swift engaged.
The Swifties.
No new data.
Heartbroken? I don't know.
Have we got a reply from Donald Trump about this latest news? He'll be very disappointed.
Well, she's not very attractive anyway.
Yes, she's not in my league.
She's way too old for me.
centers will be developed in St. Charles for the
Doesn't
next
look anything
year.
like
That's
my
after a
daughter.
city council vote this afternoon. Council members kicking that
right.
discussion into 2026 after putting a one-year moratorium in place. Today's vote came in response to community.
Fuck you, data centers. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck out of here. Fuck off. Yeah.
Stop using all our water.
Fuck off.
Pushback about a proposed data center on St. Charles City's west side. Our Sean Logging breaks down how the city plans to use this time to examine how the development could impact.
Travis was mine.
Talk of data centers in St. Charles still filling meeting rooms.
Yo, the word got out that these things suck.
The one-year moratorium is at least a good start.
Friday, Clifford Spinner was pleased the St. Charles City Council placed a one-year pause on data center projects in the city.
At least it'll give all parties the opportunity to take a step back.
And just for reference, St. Charles is probably 50 miles due west of St. Louis.
Okay, and to revisit the concerns of the community, because that's what really has got the community in an uproar.
Ursula Force spoke with him Tuesday at a city meeting with hundreds there for the proposed Project Cumulus data center on Highway 370 and Harry S. Truman Boulevard. That's
like, look at that big juicy lake.
Somebody got a warm reception.
You mind if I just stick this hose over in your lake? It's a wet lake you got there. That's how they're really perverts for lakes.
Yeah. Be ashamed to lose it.
Fine body of water if I've ever seen.
Jason to Clifford home. Concerns residents expressed about the site, its location in a floodplain near the city's wells for drinking water.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I know it's in a floodplain, and you guys have some chemical shit, and I know it goes right into the aquifer. It's fine. It's fine.
A lack of transparency.
And this is probably a good step on the part of the council, just to let everybody step back and take a breath. If the project is as great as it was supposed to be, then a year won't make any difference.
City leaders say this pause will give the
typical Missouri answer. Well, if it's good today, it'll be great tomorrow. Fucking just not do anything.
Yeah.
Just fucking sit on your ass. Why do today what can be done tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh, and
city time to research best practices, including possible zoning changes and guidelines to address health.
Here's your abundance.
Environmental and other concerns raised by the community.
Abundance will save us, Mike.
No, it will not.
It will save us all.
No. Enslave us all. They're like, look, just put on this smock and go to the fields.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll give you housing.
If you just got
They're
rid
the
of all
Borg,
the regulations.
Tim. They're the Borg, Tim. Don't trust them. They look like us,
Mikey,
and they might even talk like us. But
You will be assimilated.
I'm telling you, they're
Resistance
just
is
like,
futile.
look, just let me take all the money, okay? I don't want they're just like they're like the very like passive aggressive kind of robber, as opposed to Trump, who's like, put their money in a bag, and he's got like bazookas, like fucking Menace to Society. Yeah, abundance is like, look, give me your PIN number. It's like, what? And the little 3 numbers on the back of your card. Just give it to me.
To be fair, it's just a moderate book about deregulation.
Mm-hmm. That's how it starts, Tim.
They don't actually want your money. They just don't want to have to spend a lot of money to do what they're doing.
Yes, and we use that money to fund things. And they say, well, I don't want to have to fund things, but I still want to build shit. No, you need to pay. That's how we fucking... No, you can't have it for free. Just because it's like, well, we're not Trump. Now can we have it free? No, pay. Do it right.
But to be fair, they do make a good point about how, like, you know, public works projects are far too expensive.
Because it's union work.
No, it's not union work. That stuff gets contracted out to companies. It ain't union work.
It is around here. I got the little signs.
It goes to the lowest bidder, and it's still expensive.
Well, then make sure that it's union work. Why can't I just make sure that all state stuff is done by union labor? Why I gotta? Because you know, Apple
wants stuff done cheaply.
They're gonna turn us into parking lots and charge us for it. We're gonna have to live in a parking lot that we got to pay for. It's some bullshit.
I don't think that's what it says in the book, but sure.
That's literally what it says, word for word.
I mean, I got the book right here.
That's mostly what it says.
I got it right here. About
About
halfway through. I haven't heard parking lots yet.
Hey, in California, they did allow some of those people to, park at the park and ride for the train. And apparently it wasn't very busy. So instead of like ticketing them into oblivion, they let 80 people pull their campers up there to get them off the road.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Or
listen, man, you just
give it
gotta
to private equity.
get the homeless out of the cities. That's all. You just gotta get them out. It doesn't matter where they
Don't
go.
you want to go to the train station where the other hobos are? Like these people, they're so dismissive. All right, last one.
Administration cannot make it a crime to burn the flag. This is just a reminder that executive orders do not create.
Guy was arrested this morning or yesterday morning. As soon as Trump said that, he went directly out in front of the White House, put fucking rubbing alcohol on a flag and set it on fire. Like, fuck you.
Good for that guy
Yeah,
because
like,
he's
suck my
correct
dick.
and it will hold up in court.
Yeah.
New laws. They cannot create crimes. He can sign as many pieces of paper as he wants. Executive orders are only orders for the bureaucracy that falls underneath the executive branch. They don't make
Mikey, pause this for a
laws
second.
for you.
There are certain people who I will not name who are insistent that Trump's executive orders are laws, and they are not.
Are these the same people who believe the birds ain't real?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him. But these people who, once again, I will not name, are insistent. And I have to say again, this person is 100% correct. Trump's executive orders are not laws. They do not have the legal bindings of laws. They don't have the backup from Congress that laws have. They are just mandates for the executive branch of government. You cannot tell states what to do. You cannot tell the courts what to do. You cannot tell the legislature what to do with these executive orders. They are meaningless. Huh?
Or citizens.
Or citizens. They're meaningless outside of the context of the federal bureaucracy.
I don't work for him, so I don't have to listen to any of that shit. Nice signature. It looks like pubic hair.
Cannot make it a crime to burn the flag. This is just a reminder that executive orders do not create new laws. They cannot.
You wearing a My Chemical Romance shirt?
Create crimes. He can sign as many pieces of paper as he wants. Executive orders are only orders for the bureaucracy that falls underneath the executive branch. They don't make new laws for you and I. You can burn as many flags as you want, and you cannot be charged with the crime of burning the flag unless Congress creates a new law in which they criminalize burning the flag. Now, what they could do with an executive order is they can instruct law enforcement to arrest people that are burning the flag and charge them with an existing crime. So if you were burning the flag and you were putting other people in danger, you were creating a public nuisance, some sort of existing crime, they could charge you with that, but they can't.
Which they will. They'll find a way. Mikey, you're muted.
I got another plan. We're gonna get rich. Barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Patriot smoked meat. Think of it. They burn the flag. The fumes come out. We infuse that into the meat. It tastes like freedom, Tim.
Flag smoked.
Flag smoked meat. We'll be rich by sunset.
Oh boy.
Made in America flags, I'm sure.
Not charge you with burning the flag, in which you then go to jail for a year. No exception.
I'm Janine Pirro, and my martini's not here yet, so I'm gonna tell you right now.
Also, Trump can't recommend sentencing guidelines for crimes. He's not a judge.
Yes, he is. Damn it. He's whatever he wants.
He's a modern day Judge Dredd.
Like, that is just complete and utter
Judge Wapner looking at us.
bullshit, and he knows that. I wish more people understood what executive orders are, because you don't have to give a fuck about them for your day-to-day life other than caring about how it impacts the government. But unless you're part of the bureaucracy that is the executive branch, or they have leverage over you, like you're a defense contractor, like, executive orders do not impact you. They cannot create laws.
Yep.
I'll be right back. Someone's yelling at me. No, she's holding up a bottle to the monitor like, stupid. I'm thirsty. Hurry up with your damn podcast. I'm feisty over here.
Well, we could land the plane, Mikey.
You have a fascist in the White
You have a fascist. Oh, this is good actually. Last one. Because people don't like this kid, but he's growing on me.
House, and that requires us. We cannot be the only one playing by the rules with the hand tied behind our backs. That old playbook, the norms that used to have guardrails on our democracy and protect all of us in this country, that doesn't exist anymore. We've got to throw that playbook out the window because the Republicans have. We cannot be the only party that's playing by the rules anymore.
That was DNC Chair Ken Martin giving an impassioned call for Democrats to fight fire with fire against Trump and the GOP's attacks on our democracy. Members of the DNC are set to convene in Minneapolis tomorrow, and it comes at a time when the party is in dire straits, both in approval ratings and in losing ground with voters to Republicans. So, is there a way for them to change course ahead of next year's midterms? Let's ask our next guest, David Hogg, president for Leaders We Deserve and former vice chair of the DNC. David, it's great to have you back on the show. Actually, let's just go back a few minutes ago. We had Michael Cohen. Maybe you saw this. He was just on the set with us here, taking Ken Martin to task. Here's what he said. Take a listen.
Here's what we're trying to tell you.
Did you say something? What happened? Okay, we're good.
Tariffs or taxes. Where's Ken Martin and messaging other than sending you a text every day asking for money?
Fresh out the clink.
What is this dude doing here?
Taking out a fountain.
Finally back to his own shampoo and conditioner, Michael Cohen.
Let me guess, another billionaire.
That's not going to work anymore. You're not going to win 2026 on the notion that Donald Trump bad, we should win. It doesn't work that way.
Is he right on Ken Martin? What's your assessment of that comment?
I mean, that's the one that flies above the U.S. flag now. These morons.
Look, I think the sentiment behind what Ken was getting at, which is what I believe as well, which is that we need a party of fighters and not folders, and to be a real opposition party is true. And ultimately, we need to be a party with actual substance to provide voters, and not just semantics, not just words, not just strongly worded letters. And what we're seeing across the country right now, whether it's Texas Democrats,
Man, they got so mad at him when he was like, yo, we should primary all these people who are do-nothing Democrats. They're like, get that little pipsqueak the fuck out of here. I'm so sick of him. What a piece of garbage that kid. They hated his ass.
They were not just sitting on their hands.
He's a very useful tool in my plan for world domination.
Saying, well, we're in the minority. We can't do anything. They literally left the state in order to delay the passage of those maps. And we're seeing people like Gavin Newsom speaking out as well. And that's part of the reason why the work that I do at Leaders We Deserve is so important, because we're trying to build a party of fighters and not folders and bring in a new generation and send a clear message of how the party is dramatically changing, trying to win back the American people by providing a vision that is not about what we are not, but is about who we are and the type of country that we are actually trying to build, and getting voters to vote for us, not based off of how bad we aren't, but instead of how good we are at governing.
We've learned in recent days that across a number of states, Democrats are hemorrhaging voters, not adding the new voters that they should be, really losing to Republicans on that front. We also have learned from the center-left think tank Third Way, they have this list of words they want the party to stop using, like triggering, food insecurity,
Here we go. So this is the creme de la creme.
Words.
This is why we lost the election. Is little
Center.
lists like this floating around the DNC.
I never heard
getting
of
into
third
the
way.
getting into the consultant class and telling people stupid shit.
Is birthing persons in there again?
Body shaming. Hey, let's just so don't say these words. Privilege. All right, Darren, you're up. You say the next one. Privilege. Then Tim go.
White.
Wait, are you going out of order?
Is that one of them?
No, we're going down the list on the screen.
Oh, come on, Mikey, come on.
Privilege.
You know we can't read. God.
Privilege. Violence. Dialogue.
We are simple folk.
You can't say dialoguing. Triggering, othering, microaggression, holding space.
What the fuck
These are
is
black
holding
words.
space? I haven't heard that.
These are
one.
black people words. Body shaming. Well, that's not one. Subverting norms. Systems of
oppression.
Do not say systems of oppression anymore. Cultural appropriation. Out. Overton window. Out. You could throw it out the Overton window. And with the rest of these words, existential threat to the climate, democracy, or the economy. This is what you're talking about, Kay. This was the shit that you were talking about, how they are trying to make it a soft landing into the fascism, getting people to not even acknowledge any of these things. And they're the public officials that are, putting out the shorts and do it. They're the ones programming these voters. And they're saying, don't program any of these words into these people.
What? Okay, so some of these, all right, we'll go through the rest. Unhoused, food insecurity, which is a real thing. Housing insecurity is a real thing.
No, don't say that shit no more.
Person who immigrated, birthing person, cisgender, dead naming is a real thing. Heteronormative, patriarchy.
Don't say it no more.
LGBTQIA+, BIPOC, allyship, incarcerated person, involuntary confinement. Like, come on. What are you supposed to say instead of food insecurity?
Someone
who is starving?
Tummy loudness.
Tummy loudness.
Tummy grumbling.
Overton window. I know Dutch overused that word, but
yeah.
Come on. These are just these are not just flimsy expressions that people use.
Tim, the second word is violence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the second word is violence. Don't just drop using the word violence. Just use kinetic kinetic strikes to the face. Like, I don't know. Like, what? I don't know. This is why.
So
and
I found
fairly certain that this is intentionally sandbagging the party on purpose, because this is moronic.
I found the genesis of this here.
Who the fuck is that?
Third Way is the name of the organization they were talking about, this think tank.
Mm-hmm.
And it was from an article called, was it Something I Said? And it says, to all who wish to stop Donald Trump and MAGA, for a party that spends billions of dollars trying to find the perfect language to connect with voters, Democrats and their allies use an awful lot of words and phrases no ordinary person would ever dream of saying. The intent of this language is to include, broaden, emphasize, accept, and embrace. The effect of the language is to sound like the extreme, divisive, elitist, and obfuscatory. Yes, obfuscatory. Enforcers of wokeness. To please the few, we have alienated many, especially on cultural issues where our language sounds superior, haughty, and arrogant. That is how this article starts.
Anti-CRT, but make it center left. Exactly.
And then they break it down into therapy speak. So privilege, violence, dialoguing, othering, triggering, microaggressions, progressive stack, centering, safe space, holding space, and body shaming are all therapy speak. That is the category that this is under that we're not supposed to talk about. Seminar room language. Subverting norms, systems of oppression, critical theory, cultural appropriation, postmodernism. Some of these were left out of that list. Overton window, heuristic, existential threat to, blah, blah, blah. That's seminar room language. That's stuff you hear at, like, I've heard these at political science conventions. Like, these are words that are in papers.
Don't say them no more.
Organizer jargon. These
big old bag of bucks.
Radical transparency. Small d democracy. Small d democracy means something.
It's a distinction.
Yeah. Like Democrats is big D because it's a proper noun. Small d democracy means the theory of democracy.
Keep scrolling, Tim. Pronouns is also on the fucking list. Okay, we're sick of everything.
Barriers to participation, stakeholders, the unhoused, food insecurity, housing insecurity, person who immigrated. That is those are people who are organizers, who are out there talking to people about issues. This is the jargon they use.
Hey, I don't care if you want to give dignity to somebody and just say that they're unhoused as opposed to homeless. I don't care if you want to give them dignity. You shut the fuck up. We don't care about the dignity of people. Why would we ever care about that stuff?
And then we have gender orientation / correctness. These are words that we should not use anymore.
Got it.
Birthing person or inseminated person. Gross.
What? Who is running around saying inseminated? I want to know. Because you are not representing anybody right now.
That sounds made up.
You need to stay away from playgrounds if you're saying inseminated person.
Pregnant people, chest feeding, cisgender, dead naming, heteronormative, patriarchy, and then LGBTQ.
Isn't dead naming like a misdemeanor somewhere?
No, it's against. Well, it was against Twitter's use policies. It's against a lot of social media websites' use policies to dead name people. It's not. I don't know if it's illegal anywhere.
I remember seeing something about it because it was like an amplifier for like a hate crime.
But once again, can't use any of these words anymore. Don't even think about them. Shifting language of radical constructs, Latinx,
racial.
BIPOC. Oh yes, racial. Sorry. Allyship, intersectionality is
overused.
It's a thing. It's a thing though.
Yeah. Just like the Overton window.
Minoritized communities. Intersectionality is like a thing in political science. It's an actual term that actually means something. It's not a word that people just fucking made up out of nowhere.
The intersectionality of Pepsi and Coke. It's like,
right,
shut
but
up.
But it is supposed to mean something. It's supposed to mean like the intersectionality of like race and urbanism, or the intersectionality of, like gender,
capitalism and hell.
Right. But it's supposed to describe, where things connect. It's not just a fucking made up term for wokeness. It's a academic term.
Can you make it a little bigger?
No.
Control scroll. Ooh, there's letters. I was like, I thought it was like the damn eye test. I was like, I ain't memorized this one. Hold on.
No, a lot of this is not political science language. Thank you. Explaining away crime. Justice involved, carceration, incarcerated people, involuntary confinement.
Yeah, because they're felons. We're going to call them felons. Because fuck them. But please vote for us because we're your only hope.
I don't know anything about this group or what they do. Let's find out.
I know one thing they shouldn't be doing. Making articles. Shouldn't be writing shit down, that's for sure. You should be given crayons only. And you can use the fridge and the wall next to the fridge. That is your canvas. Like, just shut up.
It says our mission, Third Way, is a national think tank and advocacy organization that champions moderate policy and political. It's like the Forward Party. Diz, you're a political scientist too? All right.
Air horns for Diz. Clapping back. Clap that back.
You? No, I'm not. I'm misleading you.
Gave her the tux. That's messed up.
I apologize. Although I would argue that many of those terms aren't like political science terms.
I can't do a Danzig voice. I don't smoke anymore. Oh, hi, Allie.
This is just like the Forward Party. This is fucking Andrew Yang
Andrew
shit.
Yang.
Like, this is moderate bullshit.
See, I wish our fucking two alternative realities would have been like Kamala Harris or Andrew Yang, and I'm like, even if if Kamala loses, this wouldn't be as bad.
They even contradict themselves in their own fucking about page. They use the
no
term
using radical
centrists.
What does that even mean? What is as passionate moderates? What the fuck?
You know what else is corporate speak? Values driven.
Yes. Reform into.
We believe in building an opportunity economy that rewards hard work, making progress on social issues. Like, this is bullshit. This thing is bullshit.
Hey, but they're the ones getting all the cash. So maybe we need a think tank.
Maybe we do need a think tank.
Hey, look at who's front and fucking center. Well, if the chickens don't come home to roost.
If it is an old Nancy Pelosi.
You want to muzzle everybody whilst you fill your pockets with more stock trades. Shut up, bitch. Anybody ask you? I'm so sick of her. Can she get the hell out of the fucking public eye? She is the nastiest motherfucker ever. And not just because she steals money and fucking insider trades, but because she launched a smear campaign on a Muslim candidate that ran against her, got 80,000 votes, and she told everybody that he was a fucking pedo and then retracted it. But the damage was done. So, yeah, fuck her forever. Terrible person. And that's coming from the left, you know. That's the left wing. Running smear campaigns. Goodbye, Nancy Pelosi. Forever. Just go. Off into the sunset. Off, I say. There's a couple more minutes of hog here, and then we'll get out.
Hey, quick question for the chat. How many of you are political scientists, so I don't run into that again? Mikey.
You can't prove I'm not a political scientist. Well, in my world, we call every...
UIA.
Oh, that's right, Mikey. You're a stakeholder.
Of these sort of movements and revelations of the last several days.
Yeah, I think they should have just started mixing the words together. Hold on. If you had like a system of Overton.
A violence allyship.
I mean, heteronormative body shaming could have been fun.
Microaggressive food insecurity.
Yeah, I mean, they could have got creative.
You make of these sort of movements and revelations of the last several days, and whether you think this is the right way for the Democratic Party to kind of refocus itself. Should they be focused on language and the words that they use and their messaging right now, or is there something else that will kind of get them back into communities and sort of seen as legitimate to the voters who they haven't served?
Look, focusing just simply on our words and our semantics is something that helps to distract. It helps Donald Trump because it distracts from the fact that he ran on two things. He ran on the fact that he was going to release the Epstein list, which he has not done.
There's a rumor going around that Epstein's still alive and that they faked everything. And that the guy that they were taking pictures of was Hillary Clinton's brother. I was like, of all the, like, there's nobody that looks like him. They had to find. Okay. I mean, it just seems like you're a little too close to the sun there. I mean, I feel like you could have just said there was the guy who used to clean his pool. And he's like, oh my God, you look just like me. And then he hired him to be his dead body double or something. Like, that would make more sense. But it's a distraction. I want to,
in all likelihood,
where's the fucking client list? Enough with the bullshit. Find the, even if they let Jizz Lane go, where's the rest of their asses? Who else went on the fucking island? That's all we care about at this point. Because they're still running around. being president.
Good because he's on it. And he ran on the idea that he was going to lower prices, which he has not done. And he's done thing after thing after thing to create distraction after distraction after distraction. There's a reason why there's so many National Guard in Washington, D.C. right now and more cities around the country. It's not to fight crime. It is ordered to create a distraction from our criminal of a president. And then the other thing is for groups like Third Way, of course they want us focused on words. They want us to continue the messaging debate that has been going on for longer than I have been alive in this party, because they know that we can change our messaging, because that doesn't actually change the system. And what we need to provide voters to win them back is an actual vision of what is the Democratic Party doing to fight for you and fight against the special interests and using the government to fight against those special interests that have ruined so many of their lives and made it so hard for them.
2 British pounds from Alistair McCarr. Thanks so much. Self-trained political scientist.
Aren't we all?
Well, we have to be now. God, I've watched so many fucking documentaries about fucking just so I could understand today.
To achieve just a small part of the American dream in the first place, we need substance and not just debates over our semantics over and over again.
David, I always say whenever it's called a comms problem, it's always a policy problem at the end of the day. And so here, though, let's listen to Representative Hakeem Jeffries this morning and how
No, we good.
tongue-twisted he is when it's talking about NYC mayoral candidate Zoran Mandami.
I don't think we've.
It is not just Zoran, it's Obama too.
Withheld an endorsement. We are engaging in a conversation about the future of New York City, about the issues that need to be addressed, particularly the housing crisis. These are all issues to be worked through, and we'll continue to work through them. As I mentioned, we're sitting down next week.
The question was, why haven't you put out an endorsement yet?
Is this the guy who had his arse handed to him by Jon Stewart that time?
Probably.
I'm sure he was on the Jon Stewart show and they had a conversation, and I'm sure it's this guy who had his backside absolutely handed to him. I can't remember what it was over, but I think what he was, I think they were talking about the reason why we lost the election because we were talking about too many wonky subjects or something, or talking too much about the LGBTQ community and stuff like that, and everyone else was looking.
Well, if you guys would have just not supported trans people, then I mean, you would have won. It's like, well, then we fucking lose every time. Fuck that. We ain't leaving nobody out.
Yeah,
and that should have been his message, but his message is, well, guess we'll just have to leave him out next time. All right, guy.
So, David, that actually might be a comms problem because Jeffries just can't seem to give an answer.
Yeah, it is not a complicated question. Are you going to endorse the Democratic nominee for the city that you represent part of, or are you not? It is not rocket science. Are you going to endorse him or are you not? Are you going to say that we're going to be a big tent in this party? Because guess what?
But Tim, I won't get my AIPAC dollars.
Big Tent has a left side and a right side, and you can't just support.
Oh, we don't have time for it today. But I was watching the oh God, what is his name? Oh, fuck, I forgot already. I'll look at my history real quick. But the guy who fucking got $12 million from AIPAC and he ran against Cori Bush in St. Louis's first district, and he took her seat. He did a press conference. Or a town hall, and it was atrocious. It was a nightmare. Like, I don't even know if we can unbox it because they literally shouted him down the whole fucking time. It was glorious. Wesley Bell, the piece of shit.
One side when it's convenient and not the other, because that is how a tent collapses at the end of the day. And I think it is a much simpler question. And at the end of the day, it's one that he needs to answer. The American people are craving, and Democrats too, are craving clear answers from their politicians, not essays of, there's all this parliament. Just give us a damn answer. It's not complicated.
Why isn't he not answering it? Why do you think he doesn't answer that question, David? Give it to us straight. Like, why does he not answer that question? It's not because of
Look at
apartments
David.
and socialism and that fear. Why does he not want to answer that question as simply as you just outlined?
Say it, David. David, say it.
Well, I think there's a room for a longer conversation about that, but ultimately, I think a major part of it has to do with serious disagreements that he has with him over Israel-Palestine at the end of the day. I think that is probably the biggest part of it, if I had to make a guess, because groups in this town, I'll tell you right now, what a lot of people will not tell viewers on this channel that I'm not afraid to say is in conversations about congressional races, you know what the three most common questions that I hear are when people talk about who to support in the race? It is, what is AIPAC doing? What is crypto doing? And what was their last quarter's fundraising? That is 90% of the conversations that are happening in this town. And people.
Tim, is that true?
Hi.
I wasn't trying to catch you flat-footed. I thought you were, my bad.
What? You're gonna have to refresh my memory.
All right. There's a lag on the thing. Hold on.
I'll tell you right now, what a lot of people will not tell viewers on this channel that I'm not afraid to say is in conversations about congressional races, you know what the three most common questions that I hear are when people talk about who to support in the race? It is, what is AIPAC doing? What is crypto doing? And what was their last quarter's fundraising? That is 90% of the conversations that are happening in this town. And people like Hakeem Jeffries are terrified to talk about that because they.
Well, Tim, you have the other 10% of all of those political conversations. So
Yeah,
let me know.
I don't know if is he talking about like general public?
No, he's talking about like for like DNC rooms and fundraising rooms and all that kind of.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't doubt it. Funding is probably number one, whereas what's your last quarter funding, and then the other two.
There you go. Confirmed.
You're afraid of a lot of those groups because they have tons of money.
99%.
But the answer is, if everybody behaves that way, we're never actually going to rebuild a better government that stands up to special interests and stands up for the American people.
David, thank you so much for being with us.
All right, David, get the fuck off my screen. Cute kid. But he's vice chair at the DNC now.
I think he said former vice chair. I don't think he's vice
Oh,
chair.
they booted
anymore.
him?
I think so.
That was quick. He was spitting too much facts. They couldn't have that shit. They were getting sick of that. Like, what you mean you finna get rid of old Bumpy? Bumpy's been here since 75. You can't kick him out now. He's gonna.
Yeah.
He doesn't have anything else to do.
He's got.
He'll just be bored at home. You gotta let Bumpy stay. Don't primary Bumpy. Sorry, Bumpy. We've got a bit of an emergency on our hands, and you are not helping. Not helping in the slightest. Well,
All right, Mikey, let's get the fuck out of here.
I think it's plane landing time. So, Darren, mate, thanks for going along the ride with us. It's been fun.
Been a privilege and a pleasure.
Would you like to put yourself over?
Well, yes. If you've not seen my channel before, I basically potter around in UK politics and I rummage around in select committee meetings whenever I can, and House of Commons, and I'm usually sat on the Speaker of the House's chair when I'm there at the time. But as soon as our politics is out, House of Commons are on recess. I've been doing other things, and I've got one or two little videos in the pipeline. Got one for tomorrow about Lucy Connolly. Very, very interesting. And that channel's called Daily Blase.
Like and subscribe.
All right, I'm gonna put this in the private chat because that's for your show, Darren. It's a very special one. I didn't want I know you like songs, so I found a very funny song. Oh shit! There was one other thing I was looking for too. It's okay. Oh, I need to get. You didn't remind me, Darren. You said you would, but you lied. I have to put your link in the thing.
Oh yeah, put his link in the thing so that people can like and subscribe.
Correct.
All right.
Let's see here. Now I go to this. I hit edit. Oops. Edit.
I shall go forth now and sit on the naughty
Edit.
step.
How dare you? Right, edit video. That's what. And you guys know how this goes down. Darren's channel. How do you do that S? I can't do the S. The S with the tilde. I don't know how to do that.
I mean, with the I had trouble with it. It's like I remember when I first started my channel, I didn't have the thing on the E, and people were calling me, and I never really thought about it. I thought, oh, once I've worked it out, I'll sort it out and get it done properly. And then after a while, because I didn't really think I'd really do anything with the channel, just work out how to upload and just have a bit of fun and enjoy working out uploading. But then fate farts in my direction and destroys it all. People started subscribing, and so I thought you get a little sense of responsibility, so you just carry on, and so. But yeah, somebody showed me, just type in Blase on the internet, and I just copied and pasted it from there.
You have to just keep going to Google and then just like taking the translation thing and just like
yeah,
just bookmark it.
Yeah,
and this is my Blase page.
Yes.
Cool. All right, let's have some lunch. We'll see you guys at the dinner table tomorrow. So bring your appetites.
I'm making risotto.
Muy delicioso. I think I'm gonna try and trick my wife into ordering Colombian food or Bolivian food again. It's so good, dude. That rice haunts my dreams. I can't stop thinking about it. Wait, what is Bolivia known for? And that's the show. Bye.